It's time to bring in Neil. Neil will carry you through the next 4 hours, maybe longer.
Did I hear you say the president was a pretty good speaker?
I said of all the Democrats...
You couldn't have been talking about this president.
No, what I said was the Republicans don't have any good public speakers.
Yeah.
They just don't.
What about John McCain?
I don't consider him...
What about Rudy Giuliani?
You know what? I don't...
Even though his goose is cooked.
Yeah, I don't consider McCain to be such a Republican.
Oh.
I think that he's...
Well, he sure sucked up just at the right time.
Yeah, he did. But you're right. McCain is a terrific speaker. But, you know, what I was talking about...
What about Joe Biden for the Democrats? He's a pretty good speaker. Although this morning, these confirmation hearings, this is just a coronation for Condoleezza. They're just, man.
Yeah.
You think Mo sucked up to Dick Stockton on Friday. That was nothing.
I didn't hear that.
Oh, brother.
But you know what, Neil? What I was saying was that if you go back, you know, to the 60s, and most people can't, the people who, who were around then... Yeah, they replayed Martin Luther King's "I Had a Dream" speech at the end of Sports Center yesterday, the highlights of it. And I was saying, what a great orator he was. The Kennedys,
they had great illiterate. They had
great orators in that day.
Right.
Today we don't have a lot of great orators. Kennedy was of that era.
No, I'm talking about Ted.
Oh, Ted. Yeah, but he's really from that era.
He's getting a little long in the tooth.
Yeah, and a little
like
wide around the...
Like us.
Yeah.
Wide around it.
I mean, Obama, look at him.
He's great.
He's fantastic. The Republicans don't have anybody to match him.
No. I think he's going to be vice president next time.
Yeah? Who's going to be president?
Good question. How about just your mama with Obama? Sounds good. I don't know. I have no idea. They got nobody.
Nope. No. That's a problem. So how are things up north?
A little on the toasty side, man. It's minus 23 Celsius. A little on the chilly side. Sun is shining. Looks really nice from the inside. Do not go outside.
A little chilly here today.
Freezing.
A little chilly here.
I feel real bad for you. It's minus 23.
Hey, Neil, I heard the latest rumor I heard was that you're going to do 8 hours.
Yeah.
That you're going to do maybe even more than that. Maybe just
with all due respect to the Mad Dog and everybody else, as far as I'm concerned, it's Hank, the big O, Hank and Neil, and after that they're on their own. I've had enough grief and sores from them. I'm not going to worry about it.
You know what?
They made their own bed, and kind of honestly, I'm enjoying watching them squirm in it.
You know, I just wish they'd just get it done already. You know?
Yeah, no kidding.
I don't want to hear about it anymore.
Me too. Amen.
I'm with you.
So at 2, it's whoever shows up. I still want to see that tug of war. I know who'd win that one between Mad Dog and Mo. I'd love to see that.
A tug of war?
Don't you remember the day that the rumor was they were both going to show up at 2 o'clock?
Oh, and see who gets the seat first?
Yeah,
they could play that that game where, when the music stops, you sit down?
Right. I'd love to see that.
All right, I'll be listening. Have a good day.
And back to you. Don't lose too much now.
You know what? I'm not going out there, honestly.
You don't have to go out there. Are you kidding me? You already told us you're going to Palm Beach Kennel Club. I don't know why you go all the way up there.
Because that's the only place that has Gulfstream you can bet on. You can't go to Pompano and bet on Gulfstream.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's
no,
why
you
it's
have to
go.
There's that 100-mile or 60-mile deal. Whatever.
Well, I would drive. I would drive the extra 80 miles to get away from Gulfstream.
Absolutely.
Plus, you're not old enough anyway.
Yeah. Not only that, I'm too old to use portalettes, though. I'm not
there you
doing
go.
that.
See you, Hank.
All right, Neil.
I just saw Brad Pitt. Can't believe I saw his derriere.
Rectum.
Back then, none of the men wore underwear.
All right.
Brad's buns are the cutest.
Absolutely.
Because I know yes, they're sweeter than most men. And even beats out than hell springs Jackman.
Wow.
Cause Brad Pitt's butt cheeks are the best. Oh yeah, Brad's buns are the cutest. Baby, I know. Hope his next rolls are nudist.
Yeah, this whole thing with ass kind of like leaves me limp, you know what I mean? Although, to be honest with you, if I had to pick, I'd rather see Johnny Depp's ass any day than Brad Pitt. I mean, Johnny Depp's like a real guy, you know? I mean, not like a big, huge, burly guy, but like he's a real man. Brad Pitt's like a scrawny little, well, you know, we already saw how scrawny he is, right?
We did?
Yeah, we did. You never saw that video? Don't give me that crap.
What
Everybody
video?
and their brother has seen that.
What video?
Huh? On the Internet.
No.
With Brad Pitt's unit. Get out of here.
All right, bye.
That pencil-thin unit. Anyway, it's 10:05 at 560 WQAM. It's Tuesday. We got a lineup for you. We got a whole bunch of lineups here. Whether they come to a pass or not, you'll have to stay tuned. Yeah, Hank sounds pretty happy in the morning now. Gets to go up to Palm Beach all day and plunge on the assorted tracks of his choice. That's a hell of a life.
Sure.
Once you get used to getting up in the morning, there's some very definite benefits of working mornings.
You got it.
10 o'clock in the morning, you're done. So it's really like having the whole day off once you get done. In fact, on Friday, it's like having a 3-day weekend because you're done at 10 in the morning, you got all Friday and Saturday and Sunday. It's great. The only negatory is that you got to get up early in the morning, but big deal. You can take a nap later in the afternoon, right?
Right.
Yeah, I like mornings. In fact, I think I'm going to take the morning show. Here's the result. Oh, man. There would be nothing more that I'd love to do, anything to just screw them up. What they've done to people is so grotesque and so unacceptable. We haven't even begun to scratch the surface of telling the audience the crap that they've been pulling these last couple of months. In fact, with me going back to August. You see, let me give you I'm going to get sidetracked here. Hank got me going, even though he wasn't responsible. I'll blame him. You can't renegotiate with somebody or negotiate to extend somebody's deal and then leave it hanging and say, oh, well, gee, and leave a sour end and expect them to come in every day as a happy camper. It leaves everybody is disgruntled. You know, no matter how happy they may have been before. Obviously, people couldn't have been unhappy if they're going to extend their deal, right?
Right.
So if they were happy enough to do that, why would you want to make them disgruntled? And that's what these people have accomplished.
Oh, for fun.
And so now you got Mad Dog doing 2 to 4, but not very happy about it, to say the least, and they pissed him off, and he's disgruntled, just like they did with me from August until the end of the year when I had to go through that nightmarish dog and pony show during my supposed vacation. In fact, I'm serious. I'm demanding another week vacation. I don't care what kind of a wimp Norma Kent is. That was no vacation. They messed with my mind day after day. Phone calls back and forth. And, they want you to sign this, and they want you to, stick it, Joyce. Just stick it, okay, wherever it fits. If the shoe fits, stick it. Man, right in the old chute.
Rectum.
That's it. That was no vacation. That was like a nightmare. It was like an exercise in insanity. It's just like these confirmation hearings that are going on now with Condoleezza. The Democratic Party might as well just disband instead of wasting everybody's money. Because, they're not going to win any elections in our lifetime, I don't think. And what's the point? All they are is just a rubber stamp. There's Dianne Feinstein sitting right there at the table with Condoleezza. I think the two of them are going to do something before the day is out. I really believe that. And even Joe Biden, who I, ordinarily have a lot of respect. He is a good speaker, like I told Hank. But he gets on there and they make these long, flowery, introductory speeches. They're not asking any questions. They're making speeches. And then he goes on about, even though you've done all these horrible things and screwed up and all these people are dying and you people lied to us, I'm still going to vote for you because I know you're going to get confirmed. So what's the point? Why bother going through this dog and pony show? It's not a confirmation hearing. It's a coronation for this idiotic bitch. For this nasty. Well, I'll say one good thing. We had a lesbian attorney general, right? Right. Under Clinton.
Sure.
Now we're going to have a lesbian secretary of state. We're making some serious progress. I mean, people are saying, well, it's the first black woman. We had a white woman. We had Madeleine Albright. Right. Which I liked her a lot. I don't know why. I did like her. Not because she was a Democrat. I just thought she was like, a real... No, she just was articulate, and she was butch, and she wouldn't take any crap from anybody. Not as butch as Condoleezza, though. They don't come... and what is it about... I was thinking this morning, what is it with all these right-wingers who are in the closet? Or at least suspected of being? You got Miss Fudge. No, listen, Miss Fudge. You got Laura Ingraham. You got Ann Coulter. You got Condoleezza. None of them have ever been married. And we know, of course, Miss Fudge. I mean, is just absolutely... And I suspect these other people, too. Right? Right. And this business of, she's married to her work. She's married to her... Get out of here. She's a dyke. She's a dyke. Who the hell are you people schmitten? So lesbians are not only in on the Stern show, but they seem to be, that's where American culture is at right now, in spite of the FCC. FCC has got all the cartoon people all nervous, too. We'll get to that story. I don't even know where to begin, because this poll today, this is going to be quite a, I don't know how we're going to do this. I guess I'm just not going to read them. Oh, come on. We've got about 4,000 different names on there. Anyway, here's the poll result from yesterday. What person, living or dead, had the most memorable, distinctive voice? James Earl Jones kicked ass, baby. I think it's appropriate on Martin Luther King Jr. Day that it was James Earl Jones who won the thing, don't you?
Yes.
Most impressive.
490 votes. This is CNN. It sounds like his balls are dragging on the ground. His voice is so deep. Doesn't it?
I think they are.
Just about scraping the old asphalt. James Earl Jones, 490. Howard Cosell, a very impressive second. I mean, a distant second, but pretty strong for Howard. 134 for Howard Cosell. Mel Blanc. Well, I never got to talk about you. It's your fault. I was supposed to mention tomorrow morning.
Chris Myers.
About Chris Myers. About how he his face all puffed up. I noticed Hank just slid on by when I talked about Mo kissing Dick Stockton's ass. But anyway, well, see, all the sports guys, it's like a fraternity. So I guess Hank just didn't want to comment on Dick. Mel Blanc, 54. Jimmy Stewart, 48. JFK, 47. Gilbert Gottfried, 46. Walter Cronkite, 45. Scott Farrell only had 40. Now, that is amazing to me. That is just, aren't you shocked? Only 40 for Scott Farrell. Way down in the middle of the pack.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Harry Carey, 37. John Facenda, 36. Now would be a great time for me to play that little, if there's any of it on there. I don't know. Where the hell is it? It's on here somewhere. One moment, please.
For the first score of the game.
Oh, yeah, well, I don't want to go through the whole thing. There's more of it on there. That was enough. There was the voice of John Facenda. NFL Films, the best. He's no Harry Callis, thank God. Wolfman Jack, 36. Geldy, 34. Pretty weak, Geldy. I thought you'd do better than that. I mean, there's nobody else in the world with a voice like that. Sean Connery got...
About 30, man.
Mike Tyson, 24. Bob Dylan, 24. Jim Mandich, 22.
All right.
Let's see. After that, it was small potatoes after that. I guess I'll do the double digits, right? Frank Drescher, 21. Gilbert, 17. Mo Howard David at 17. Pee Wee Herman, 16. Stephen Hawking, 15. Paul Harvey and Casey Kasem and Roy Orbison, 13. Roy the Boy. Jack Nicholson and FDR each had 12 after that single digits. Okay?
Okay.
Beaded Curtain is another... Oh, I haven't even looked at the view we have today of our lovely Carmela de Cesare, the Caesar. And we still don't know how you pronounce that, and who cares?
No, right.
But she's on every day this week. We had her on Friday. Now, let me take a look. That's the same picture we had yesterday.
It sure is. Uh-oh.
You know,
I'll fix that right now.
Don't get me started. Now, who's responsible for that? I know nobody wants to take the fall, but we had the problems we had yesterday's stories up. You know, our website has been doing so well, and I don't know what the deal is lately, but it's like, you know, if we have more than one thing to accomplish...
Stop overwhelming people, you know.
Oh, yeah.
We'll change it presently.
So what's the story on that? Who's responsible? Is that Josh? Are you responsible for that?
No, Josh isn't.
No. So it must be Eric, because it boils... There's nobody else.
It's a two-man project. He has to put the selection up, and then I select.
Now, did you put it up?
No. He puts it up, and then I select it.
No, I'm asking, did Josh put it up?
The Beaded Curtain?
Oh, you keep saying it. You're talking about Eric. He has a name, okay? He has a name. I know it's unmentionable. Eric, Fat Eric up in Orlando. He sticks it on there, right? He sticks it, and then you...
and I pick it.
Lick it. He sticks it, and you lick it.
Yeah, right.
The picture I'm talking about.
We're picking it now.
Well, if you have to paste it, you got to lick it, like a stamp. 1013. Thank goodness that they got stamps now. No, seriously, it's one of the most blessed things. If you don't have a postage meter... The best next thing is the fact they got stamps now that like glue on. You know
right.
Back in the day we used to have to lick the stamps. And then, of course, there were some people who used to have a sponge. If you had a lot of mail to send out, you had like a little moist sponge. 1014 already at 560 WQAM.
In chains, just the way I like them.
Mr. Gonzalez, is it true that you, as White House counsel, wrote the memo which basically okays the use of non-traditional interrogation of combatants, a.k.a. torture, to gather information?
That is not correct, Senator.
Mr. Gonzalez, would you like a minute to think about that answer?
No, Senator.
Okay, one more time, Mr. Gonzalez.
I never...
Now, before I release the dog, Mr. Gonzalez, may I suggest that if you like your family jewels in one piece...
Senator, I never... Okay, I did it. Okay.
There, now, wasn't that easy? No.
Yes,
Okay, now, let's move on to your stand on Roe v. Wade. Can I have the jumper cables moved a little lower, please?
Abu Ghraib. I love it. I think they ought to be doing that with Condoleezza right now, you know?
Please. Situations require a wide range of skills and talents.
Okay, great. Well,
I know right where to put the gator
That's
clips.
good. What?
How you doing?
Okay, so here's the poll today. This is going to be, I don't know how we do this. I voted already, though, for Carmela de Cesare. I beg your pardon?
I said I didn't know it was up yet.
It's up, because I just put it there. See, when it's my time to put stuff on there, I don't diddle around here making excuses like Eric. Anyway, who's the hottest bae? And, of course, he's going to say, oh, I had all those names to put on. Of course, he didn't, put these up individually. I guess all he had to do was,
we had to process them.
I beg your pardon?
We had to clean up that list from files.
Whatever. Okay, he had an excuse. He was doing some other crap. Anyway, who's the hottest babe who's been on the beaded curtain on our NeilRogers.com and our fine website, of which Eric and Josh do a fine job most of the time. And now we got a list of 8 million names. Now, if you think I'm going to read all of these names, you are whistling Dixie. I could do it twice and it'd be 2 o'clock already, but that would be really bad. That would be a cop-out. Instead of taking all these great calls that are just pouring in right now. Don't you see them?
Oh, yeah. Take that one.
Okay, I don't see any of them coming in. And that's because today we don't have a poll. And you said, well, you could let them build it. And, of course, we could have killed the whole show with that. But that's pointless. Who the hell wants to hear that?
This is the list.
Here's the list of every female that's been on our beaded curtain since we started doing this thing way back in the day, whenever that was. Long time ago. How many would you say there's on here? About 150?
Oh, jeez.
A lot of names. I don't know. Can't count, but there's almost 2 pages of them. Starting with Downtown Julie Brown and Aliyah and Adrienne Barbeau in alphabetical order all the way to Susha Menigel. Did I say that right?
Chucha.
That's what I said. Chucha. What did I say? Shusha. And Victoria Principal, she's down there by the accent. Vanessa Williams. Oh, I see. It's alphabetical order. No, it's not. Well, it's all over the place.
Mostly alphabetical.
Some are by the first name, some are by the last name, and some just are wherever we want to stick them. Tanya Harding.
Yeah.
And what is that Memorial Day tribute? That's what is that? Is that the name of a person?
No, that's you got the non-cleaned up one of the various incarnations of the
Oh, I see. So it's a good thing that I'm not going to try to read this on the air because there's like 7,000 names and the audience would start getting really restless and antsy with me, and they might turn on that new Defoe show even though it's not on right now. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Where can I see Downtown Julie Brown? Is there like an archive of your...
Absolutely not, no.
You don't have an archive because I haven't seen enough to know which one to vote for.
Well,
she'll be back around.
Yeah, she'll be back around. She'll make the rounds, Downtown Julie Brown.
Oh, I love those.
Just before she goes down. Okay, good luck, pal.
But Neil, I wanted to touch on something when you said that the management over there thought that the Beast did a good job auditioning for George's position.
Yeah.
The Beast blows.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're right. Well, no, it doesn't make any difference. First of all, the Beast is Clarence is our program director's boyfriend. That's number one. And 2, he's somebody who's not George. So it wouldn't have made any difference if it would have been Elmer the Moose. I mean, whoever it was. Everybody thought he did a really good job, but if Neil wants Georgia, something, Greg, just cut the crap. Just stop messing with everybody's life and livelihood. Stop it. Just stop it. Just go go play Parcheesi, okay? No. Get lost. Go on another one of your 85,000 vacations, okay? Get lost. Stop meddling with stuff that isn't broken. They just can't stop interfering. I still think of that scene at the dinner table there in Godfather. Santino, don't interfere. Just listen to Mama Corleone, okay? I'm telling you, don't interfere. They're just never satisfied. Because basically what I told you before, it's not a business, it's a club. And if you're not liked by the inner circle of the club, then you're either out or they'll do their best to get you out. Like that inquisition you had to go through that day about Treasure Island. I think they ought to send their ass to Treasure Island. Not the club. I'm talking like there must be a place called Treasure Island, like a real place like out in the middle of the ocean somewhere.
Where the pirates hang out.
Right.
Go
exactly.
Island, matey. Arr.
Oh, how sad. Well, we got some bad news. Who was the other one that died? Angela May Ray. I don't know who that person was. Not Angela Ray. A lot of people are.
Virginia Mayo.
We don't know who that is. Hold the Mayo. But also,
you just wanted to play this again.
Another old bag died. Ruth Warwick. I wonder if she's kin to Warwick Dunn.
Who?
You think?
Yeah, probably.
And who's the other, what was his name that played on the same FCC team? They had Warwick Dunn and they had a guy whose last name was Warwick. Huh?
Peter Warwick.
Peter Warwick. Peter Worrell? Ruth Warwick, the darling of the daytime soap opera All My Chillin', who launched her career in Orson Welles' Citizen Kane, died. ABC TV said yesterday she was 88. That's old enough. Old enough unless you're 87. Warwick died at her New York home Saturday of complications from pneumonia. And that's also what that other old bag died from pneumonia. It's going around. Well, I better not go outside because I'll have pneumonia no time at all. It's minus 23 Celsius. It ain't too toasty. And it was, do you see it? Someplace in Minnesota it was like 54 below Fahrenheit. Did you see that?
No, I'm not watching the news.
Yesterday, minus 54 in some northern Minnesota horrible place. Oh, jeez. In All My Children, which debuted in 1970, Warwick played Phoebe Tyler Wallingford, the grand dame of the fictitious affluent town of Pine Valley. I wonder if that's kin to like Big Valley with Barbara Stanwyck.
I heard that.
I heard Barbara had kind of a big ego. Ego.
Oh.
She portrayed the meddlesome and over-the-top personality so believably that her fans often had trouble distinguishing between the stylish actress and her fictitious, equally sophisticated character. I think that's true of all soap opera people. I believe that's true. Oh, you'll never guess who was on a on a Canadian promo for the raising funds for the tsunami disaster relief?
Yeah.
This isn't going to be significant. Well, let me give you a clue, okay?
Oh, we're fine.
Josh Morrow from the Young and the Horny. Nick, don't you remember the day that your good, close personal friend Dan Stewart was on there trying to drag his ass out of the closet? Anyway, he was on there wearing a toque, so there must be a little Canadian in him or something, eh? Or maybe he was up here. I would like to have had a little lunch with Josh Morrow.
Oh.
Here's the big news, baby. Here's some radio news. It's exciting. It's in Barry Jackass today. You want the inside scoop on radio, the inside poop? Just look to Barry Jackass, man. With his little brown paper bag, his little sack. That's what Greg said. He said Barry's got an amazingly little sack. And Greg should know, because the two of them are awfully tight. DeForest joined 790 ESPN. Now, didn't we have the exclusive on that here yesterday before anybody in the world knew it?
Right in the morning.
Thanks to the rumor mill that you heard about it. And also Lisa that was presenting the facts, that chronic faxer. Boy, she just drives me nuts. She wanted the information, so here it is. Jeff DeForest, a longtime former morning host for WQAM, accepted a job Monday as the new 7 to 10 p.m. weeknight host for 790 ESPN Radio. 7 to 10. Next thing, Defoe's going to be doing overnights. Weekend overnights. DeForest worked the past 2 years and 8 months as an afternoon host at WFTL 850 in West Palm Beach. Beginning next Monday, he'll replace Greg LaMiga and Mark Eisenberg as 790's evening host. LaMiga and Eisenberg will handle weekend talk shows, among other duties. I thought you had to die to get to a better place, but it isn't true, DeForest said, with more of that cornball crap. I'm really happy. There's a buzz around 790. I like how they're doing business. Well, he ought to like how they're doing business, because one thing about Defoe, we know he's a...
John Killer.
DeForest was morning host at WQM from November 1996 until January 2002. He was fired by WQM after pleading guilty to paying kickbacks to a Mikasaki Indian gaming marketing director.
John Killer.
He served 1 year probation with that ankle bracelet or whatever that thing
was. John Killer.
Didn't he have an ankle bracelet, or did I just make that up?
No, it was a house arrest thing, so I think they have to wear those.
Oh, my God. If you're a...
John Killer.
Now that the Indians are turning on everybody else to pari-mutuels, we probably all are going to gang up on the Indians. Screw you guys, okay? We're giving you back the old peace pipe. Go smoke your peyote. 790 ESPN Radio continues, it says here, to dangle a 1 to 4 p.m. slot in front of WQM host Jim Mandich.
All right.
They're dangling it, and the Mad Dog may reach out there and
John Killer.
grab it. You know what? Sometimes if they dangle it in front of you too close, you might attempt to reach out there and grab it. Whatever he does, whatever's best for him, that's what I want him to do. I don't give a crap about this company because nobody should care about them. They treat us like garbage. And then they say, oh, well, what could we do to make you happy? How about treating people like human beings? How about stop playing games with people? How about stop jerking everybody around? That would be a good start. Clarence, you simpleton, you quisling, you idiot. You little simpleton, you. But nonetheless, don't want to get too personal now. Don't want to, like Mo says, we don't want to deal in personality. Oh, brother. 27 past 10 at 560 WQM.
An insider behind the true Hollywood celebrity music biography profile story. They may be the only band in the history of rock and roll to be inextricably linked to a dumbass prop comic. They were Smashing Pumpkins.
Those bastards! They got the whole concept of their band from me! It makes me so mad!
Ah, you got me all wet. Aren't you supposed to hand out sheets of plastic to the audience or something?
Sorry, I get so angry.
Dipwad comedian Gallagher has been smashing fruits and vegetables on stage since people were stupid enough to pay to see crap like that.
So I'm doing a show, and this guy Billy Corgan comes to see me. And I'm smashing pumpkins all freaking night. I'm smashing pumpkins like there's no tomorrow. I'm smashing pumpkins up your butt is what I'm doing.
Did I mention this guy Gallagher was a total suckbag?
And Billy Corgan finds me afterwards, and he says, hey, great show, man. I really like what you're doing. And 2 weeks later, there's this band called Smashing Pumpkins. And I have to switch to watermelons. It was the beginning of the end.
Inside the Behind was able to reach Billy Corgan for comment about Gallagher's accusations. He had this to say.
Gallagher? What a total suckbag.
The Smashing Pumpkins. At least they didn't call themselves the dork with the beret and the striped shirt band. It's a big, juicy, sopping wet look at show business. Tonight on Inside the Behind.
Oh! 10:32 at 560 WQM. Now, this is this fax came in today. Are you telling me the one that you just sent me? The one that says the name of this florist shop at the top?
Yes.
Well, they're a little bit behind, I would say, okay? That's the problem with this. I mean, sending us suggestions for yesterday's pool today is a little bit passé, wouldn't you say? Maybe even...
Gay.
Yeah.
I thought their point was we didn't do women.
No, but the second part, too.
Oh, yeah.
It says, Dear Uncle Neil, your list is top-heavy with men. There are a number of women that are... Well, you'll be pleased with our poll today. There are no men on the poll today. Right. There are a number of women that have memorable voices. Mae West, Karen Carpenter, beautiful voice, beautiful woman. Too bad she didn't know how to eat. Joan Collins and Jean Stapleton. You mentioned Carol O'Connor. How could you skip Jean? And don't forget that old bag from All Night Chillin'.
The dead one?
The one that died. I don't know what it is. That's a horrible show. In addition, it says, I'm from Boston. There isn't a single Bostonian over the age of 30.
About 30, man.
Who could ever forget the voice of Johnny Most.
Havlicek stole the ball.
You know. Yeah, Johnny Most was great. In spite of what Mo says, I got news for you, Mo. I know you did the Celtics once upon a time for about 10 minutes. You ain't no Johnny Most. You know, you're pretty good at your play-by-play stuff, but you ain't no Johnny Most. Give me a break. At any rate, then it says, and who could forget Jerry Williams, rest in peace, screaming in the night when the jerks and anti-Semites would get to him. Jerry Williams, who worked at WNWS with me, as a matter of fact, for 1 year. A very interesting guy. Massive ego. But anyway, he's dead. I got even with him now. He sandbagged me at WABC one time in New York, because he used to work there. And then he had the gall to say to me, oh, yeah, well, I talked to them about you, but I had found out that he, ripped me an ass. Oh, well, all he does is play fart sounds on the air, stuff like that. I talked to them about you. And then the best part of the deal is I called him one day at home in Boston. I don't remember for what reason. And Walter Sabo was his agent.
Okay.
And he wasn't returning Jerry's calls, and they had reduced his show on whatever he was on, RKO or whatever, to weekends. They had because he was 100 years old. And I told him, well, Walter Sabo doesn't return people's calls. And I told him this whole long horror story about how he screens the calls and how it's Walter Sabo, his agent, that's really sandbagging him. And the next day, Jerry had a heart attack.
How do you like that?
So you see, I got even. He didn't die right then. Then I would have felt bad if he'd have died because of my phone call, you know. Anyway, what about Sean Connery as James Bond? We had Sean Connery on there. And also, what's his face on Fantasy Island? Is he playing Hervé Villechaize? Wasn't he on there also, I believe?
I don't remember. Hey, I think he was.
Yeah. So I think you better get your facts straight here, okay? Because you don't know your ass from your grass. I'll play just a little bit of this. John Crescendo. We'll stop him. There was a lot better stuff I could have recorded, but I just...
The Raiders had marched 90 yards in 12 plays. Although they were stopped short of a touchdown, they had moved smartly through every avenue of their game plan. The next time they had the ball, they would take the same road. Only this time, it would lead them to the land of six.
The land of six. John Facenda, man, he was so great. And, of course, Josh likes Harry Callis because he's a punk and he sucks up to Harry because, you know, when the Phillies are in town, Harry's up in the broadcast booth and Josh gets bored sitting there with Dave Van Boring, so he goes running over to the visiting team. Of course, there aren't all the great broadcasters, so you missed out.
How'd you know?
Did you ever go and talk to Harry Carey, or was that before your time? I guess that was before you were working there, right?
Before.
Damn it. See, that would have been a treat, right?
It would have been cool, yeah.
Yeah. See, if all those broadcasters would be still alive, like Bob Prince, all the really great baseball broadcasters. Now everybody is cookie cutter stuff. We got so many bad sportscasters. They all sound the same, and even Joe Buck, who, by the way, don't let me forget to mention it to Hank tomorrow. Joe Buck blew that thing in the Eagles game so bad when they let the clock run out when he completed that pass on the 3-yard line, and they got no time left in the half, and the clock runs out.
Yeah, that was terrible.
And even Chris Collinsworth, whom we both despise like poison, and rightfully so, said, you can't do that. Well, they just did it. You can't do that. He did it. It was a pretty poorly played game. But anyway, Joe Buck is overrated. And the only reason he's overrated is because the rest of the crop is so bad. So don't give me this stuff about, well, Dick Stockton and these other guys have been there a long time. So what does that mean? What does that prove? They've been there a long time. So was Greg Gumbel on there a long time until they finally realized he wasn't ready for not just prime time, any time. I mean, when you go from the number one play-by-play broadcast for the network to be like the studio host, what does that tell you how bad you are, right? Can't complain about Greg's personality. You don't have any, but he does have a famous brother who also has no personality and no talent. Runs in the family. Okay, I'm rambling now. Now, what I'm going to do with this poll today is we got 50,000 names on there, and I'm not going to, it would be very, very inappropriate for me to go down the entire list. We've never had a poll with this many names on it. So what you guys will have to do, and ladies, whoever else, you're going to have to peruse the list.
Right, it's there.
It's a long, long, long list. And just scroll up and down, and scroll, I'm saying. And let me take a look at the new beaded curtain, by the way, of Carmela De Cesare, who's leading, by the way. She got my vote. I don't care whoever else we put on there, I can't imagine. Oh, yeah. She's just, there is no such thing, you were right about that, as a bad picture of Carmela.
Or a bad angle.
No, she is pristine, man. She's as perfect as female flesh gets. There's absolutely... Anybody who don't like her, man, it's got to be...
Gay.
Yeah. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, yeah.
Either that or maybe blind, deaf, and dumb, or just have really crappy taste.
She'd be a good litmus test.
Probably somebody who's got the hots for Christina Aguilera would not like her. She doesn't have that mousy look. Who is the hottest babe who's been on the beaded curtain? Carmela De Cesare, who's on all this week and was on last Friday with a phenomenal response. 33. Halle Berry, 7. Angelina Jolie, 5. Carmen Electra, 4. We had some really great pictures of Carmen Electra, if I do say so myself.
Yes, we did.
Anna Cornajolia, who's married every fag in town, she's got a 4. She's got 4 votes. Sofia Vergara's got 3. I thought she's in the 4th race at Gulfstream. Lindsay Lohan, 3. Charlize Theron, 3. Victoria Principal, 2. And I'm not going to read the other ones. Once we start getting at least 10 votes apiece, I'll just read the ones that have got a few votes. And then the rest of them you can peruse and choose, okay, and cruise. Here's a really interesting story. Disgusting. But I don't want to read it too close to lunchtime. We'll get out of the way right now. A man who failed to look before he swallowed and wound up choking on someone else's tobacco spit has been arrested in the theft of a tractor-trailer rig, police said, Vancouver, Washington.
I've actually seen that happen. Not this
You've seen what happened?
Not this particular story, but I've seen people swig other people's tobacco juice by mistake.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. Wait till you hear this name. Quitivak.
Careful.
Renteria Martinez. That's his name.
I know.
Quitivak Renteria Martinez, 26, was arrested for investigation of first-degree theft shortly after he called 911 for emergency medical help. According to a police report, Renteria Martinez remained in Clark County Jail with bail set at $20,000 pending a court appearance January 21. According to the report, the driver of a $60,000 Freightliner containing about $15,000 worth of merchandise left the engine idling at a local shopping mall while he went into a Sears store to wash grease off his hands, then emerged to see the truck being driven away. Police checked the truck's onboard global positioning system and converged on the vehicle at an intersection in the Fisher's Landing part of town as Renteria Martinez was calling 911 and telling a Spanish-language translator he was choking and needed help. After being arrested, Renteria Martinez told investigators he was driving when he saw a cup, took a drink without looking, and only then learned he had swallowed the regular driver's tobacco spit. Well, isn't that nice? Oh, man. Blah. God, just the thought of that is enough to make me start doing that. 5670560. Tom, we're going to take it nice and slow today, and I'm just... see, that's it. When it's like 23 below zero...
Right.
And it's not really all that toasty. I didn't have as much heat on probably as I should have all night. So, you're right on the edge. Right on the borderline,
So
but it's already like the 18th of January. Before you know it, wintertime's going to be all over, right?
Sure.
And by the way, Duff, no, I'm not coming down there. Sorry. Too bad. I don't want to see any of you people.
560 QAM.
Hey, Mo?
Don't mention it, Goldie.
You're not going to get raped again today, are you, Mo?
Nah, you know why?
Why's that, Mo?
'Cause rape's not funny. But I ain't going to be a mean man no more. If they think that's funny, that's fine by me.
Wow, you really changed your ways.
Forget about it. I'm turning over a whole new Fig Newton leaf. You have a nice day in paradise, my cuddly friend.
Hey, Mo! Look out for that truck! Mo looked like a shapeless pile of gold. Ew. To show my respect, I stole his shoes.
I wasn't even cold before that bastard boosted my shoes.
I don't want to say I'm glad. Outside of being a nasty old schmuck, he wasn't bad. It's a Machaya. Oh, Howard David's dead. Oh, Howard David's dead, but his wig lives on. Oh, Howard David's dead, but his wig lives on. Oh, Howard David's dead, but his wig lives on.
Just so Joyce, don't freak out, by the way. That sound in there, it's a little bit suspect. That's a splatter. It's not what you might think, As the truck is hitting Mo, it's like a little splatter. Not that it really matters, but you might get a little bit on it.
So it's okay.
It could be a fart sound, Oh, we don't want to have that. Speaking of that, wait till you hear this. This shows you how far America has come back into the Stone Age. The chilling, talk about how cold it is here. The chilling environment that exists all over America, not just in the north or wherever the hell. FCC fears force Fox to pixelate cartoon nudity.
Oh, my God.
Grow up, America. Come out of the dark ages. Don't let them do this to you. Fox says it covered up the naked rear end of a cartoon character recently.
Rectum.
Because of nervousness over what the FCC will find objectionable. How do you like that? The ass of a cartoon character they had to cover up. Not even a real ass, a make-believe ass. The latest example of TV network self-censorship because of FCC concerns came a few weeks ago during a rerun of a Family Guy cartoon. Do you know that show?
Yeah, it's a funny show.
Great show. Well, it won't be as funny as it used to be. Fox electronically blurred a character's posterior, even though the image was seen 5 years ago when the episode originally aired. Well, the fact it was seen 5 years ago, forget about that. We're going backwards in time.
Those are the glory days.
There are things we used to say 20 years ago on here that we can't say anymore. And the fact that the public accepts that, that's the part that's just so freaking outrageous and absolutely unacceptable. But nevertheless, the American public, very submissive, very passive. Oh, all we care about is safety, safety, safety. Just like those 100,000 dead Iraqis. That's what they're concerned about. Well, they used to be.
They shouldn't have attacked them.
Safety, safety. Anyway, we have to be checking and second-guessing ourselves now. Fox Entertainment President Gail Berman said yesterday, we have to protect our affiliates, our assets. Fox hadn't gotten any complaints about the cartoon, but the move follows the FCC's decision in October to fine 169 Fox stations $7,000 each for airing an episode of Married by America that showed people licking whipped cream from strippers' bodies and a man in his underwear being spanked by strippers. It's certainly confusing when you have to do something like that, Berman said. It's just that we were trying to find our way and do what's responsible. No, it's got nothing to do with responsibility. It's got to do with panic and fear. At PBS, executives said this week they'll edit out a glimpse of a naked woman in a fictional account of a terrorist dirty bomb attack that'll air next month after first being shown on HBO. A glimpse of a naked woman in a fictional account of a terrorist dirty bomb attack. They have to, edit that out because boobies are dangerous. Forget about those bombs we've been dropping. Forget about all these suicide bombers. Oh, by the way, another one in Iraq today, 4 more dead people, car bombs, suicide bombs. I just mentioned that in passing because it's not even worth talking about anymore. We're only 12 days away from those elections. How many people do you think are going to vote on the 30th?
About 30, man.
Yeah, that's why they're having it on the 30th, so 30 people can vote. Anyway, here's one that says, I just have searched Google but can't find any nude or semi-nude photos of Marky Post of Night Court fame who had tremendous breasts and legs. Could she be a future beaded curtain girl? P.S. Any chance for Gloria Estefan? I sure hope not. George writes on here, the answer is absolutely to both. I don't know who Marky Post is.
It would be nice. She does have a tremendous rack, but no.
I
was talking about Iraq.
Oh, you were a tremendous...
Rock solid.
The bikini appearance on the Love Boat is as close as we ever got to those.
Oh. Carmela de Cesare, she is kicking ass, man. She's just destroying everybody else. There's nobody even close. Halle Berry. She's got 48 votes, 49. Halle Berry's got 8. Oops.
Yeah.
5670560.
But I bet she has.
Pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular Wireless lines. For whatever, we're not building a poll because we got 80,000 names on there. But we'll take a few calls here today to humor the troops. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, what's going on?
How you doing, Pally?
I don't know, but you know something? I've been listening to you for years, and I think you and I will agree. What is wrong with our world? Why would you want to show a dirty bomb movie in the midst of terrorism to just, if the people are stupid and aren't committing, we're just continually giving them the ability to commit more.
What does that mean? I don't understand. What does that
mean?
Well,
I mean, we know
so
that...
in other words, if we just pretend it doesn't exist, then they're going to stop doing it?
No, I'm not saying
I think the suicide bombing started long before we were showing any fictionalized accounts of it.
Absolutely. I agree with all of that, but to show what... We already know what can happen, and they've shown these over and over again, but how many times does our society need to see this over and over again?
You don't have to see it. You can watch it or not, as the case may be. I mean, I don't know what's the point? I'm missing your point.
Well, the point is that our society has seen it, and now it just keeps striking fear and constant fear in us. I think we're well aware of it every night. Do you think there's enough is enough at some point?
You're aware of it when you go to bed. You're worried about a suicide bomber attacking you or your family. Is that what you're really worried about? I never even crossed my mind, to be honest with you.
Well, again, it just you think about it a little bit. But
let me ask you this question. Now that it's 3 years plus after 9/11, air traffic, people are flying more than in a long time. In fact, I think they're flying more now than they were before 9/11, from what I'm reading. So I don't think people are as scared as the government would like to keep us. But that, like Michael Moore said, that's the main thing, is keep people in a panic. That's the game plan.
I just think that's what the Republicans are doing, just keep endorsing, just keep us in fear, and keep funding the war. And the answer is that, we're over there.
Well, that's why I keep quoting that stupid bitch in New York. All I care about is safety, safety, safety. That was her excuse for voting for Bush.
But if you look at what they said this morning in the paper over and over again, that Bush finally got the self-fulfilling prophecy. We went in there were no links to Al-Qaeda. Now we're creating Al-Qaeda cockers there we're creating our own little homegrown terrorists.
Yeah.
It's
well,
pretty sad.
we knew that before the election. What happened?
I don't know. You know what happened? They catered to the center of the United States for the individuals who are in the Midwest who didn't normally vote, and the Republicans got the greatest idea in the world
God
now.
Squad, baby, the God Squad. The Lord has got his finger in it. Have a great day, pal, to get me depressed. He's talking about, showing these pictures of suicide bombers and getting us afraid and depressed. Now he's getting me depressed. I'm not. Look, the election's over, baby. We didn't like the result. We didn't like. There's still a lot of questions about Ohio and Diebold and that stuff. But you know what? The Democrats are a bunch of wimps anyway. Oh, and speaking of that, what good timing. Thank you so much. Guess who finally opened up a mouth?
I give up.
Senator John Kerry, in some of his most pointed public comments yet about the presidential election, invoked Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy yesterday as he criticized President Bush and decried reports of voter disenfranchisement. This is yesterday, January 17. The election, as you recall, was on November the 2nd. Okay? Sounds to me like it's 2.5 months later. Kerry spoke at Boston's annual Martin Luther King Day breakfast. He reiterated that he decided not to challenge the election results, but that thousands of people were suppressed in the effort to vote. Voting machines were distributed in uneven ways. In Democratic districts, it took people 4, 5, 11 hours to vote, while Republicans went through in 10 minutes. Same voting machine, same process, our America, he said. In his comments, Kerry also compared the democracy-building efforts in Iraq with voting in the U.S., saying that Americans had their names purged from voting lists and were kept from casting ballots. Well, it's going to do a lot of good complaining about it now on January 17th, John. In a nation which is willing to spend several $100 million in Iraq to bring them democracy, we cannot tolerate that too many people here in America were denied that democracy, Kerry said. Voting irregularities in Ohio drove Democratic challenges, yada, 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 bada beep, bada boop, bada yeah. Well, we know all that. Horses out of the barn. It's 8 million miles down the road. It ain't coming back. We've lost that, the trail, the trail that the horse leaves behind, the road apples.
Oh, yeah.
Lost the trail. It's not even warm anymore. So there you go. And now he's speaking out. This is the Democratic Party for you, man. The biggest bunch of wimps. Hank was talking about, the fact this is the best they can do to counter Rush Limbaugh's Al Franken. I'm Al Franken. Why don't they put you Lieberman on there? Same personality. Same wimpy, namby-pamby. I'm Al Franken, and I'm Captain Lamford, and we're going to kick Rush's ass. Yeah, right. Right. Pretty sad, pretty pathetic. But it's starting to look, it looks really nice out there. It's sunshine. It's already minus 21. It's starting to get toasty now.
All right.
Let's take a look at that poll result. That guy got me really depressed. Carmela De Cesare, she's got 54, no matter how you say it. And just like I've been saying all since Friday, there's only one way to describe her. That's it. There ain't nothing wrong with her. Halle Berry 8. She's got 54. Carmela. Halle Berry 8. Carmen Electra is 7. Angelina Jolie 6. In other words, Carmela is so far on top of everybody else that they're not even in the running. It didn't require any embellishment. Okay, I mean it speaks for itself. She's on top. WQAM. Hello.
Hi, how you doing? Good. Hello,
I was doing good. Yeah, what can I do for you, sir?
Oh, I'm sorry. Listen, did you see in today's paper? Another McDonald's CEO died. 2 in 2 years. Must be.
I had that on yesterday, sir. It's yesterday's news. I talked about that at length. About the fact this guy ate McDonald's every day since he was 15 years old, and now he died at 44. Yeah. He's only 44.
Yeah, exactly. You got it. Have a good day. Take care.
Okay. Oh.
How you doing? Good?
Man. Who would not want to get paid to do this? Seriously. Right. This is just so sweet. Sweet. It really is. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular Wireless lines as the Condoleezza coronation continues. Condoleezza, I'm tempted to play that song. I might have to play the expert Gator one for a chorus because I'm sure that the corporate antennae are like pointed way up there. Oh, yeah. We'll have to get a little of that on eventually. WQAM, hello.
JETSUCK, later.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, that Doug Bryan, man, he can sure kick him. Not the gagging and choking sounds continue. And I'll tell you, that sure gives me hope for Sunday night because the Steelers damn near lost to a very mediocre Jets team. And the Steelers have been playing really off their feed for the last several weeks. That doesn't necessarily prove anything. Josh, you were trying to tell me the same thing about the Patriots close this season, blowing that game with the Dolphins and not playing all their best toward the ass end. The difference being that the Patriots are a great team. That's the difference. Steelers, I think, got hot. I mean, yeah, they were 15-1, and now they're 16 out of 17, and they won, 15 in a row now, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Still don't impress me much. Like Clinton would say, that don't impress. Now, what are you chortling about? Don't impress me much, okay? Not the way they played down the stretch. There were about 3 games in there that they really deserved to lose.
Well, as long as you win, that's all that counts,
That is correct. That's what we say here at QAM. Now, let's see. This fact says, Can you add Ellen Nordgren on the list? I think she's with Tiger Woods. I'm pretty sure she was on the beaded curtain. It was not Ellen. It was a nude model named Kim Hyatt, who everyone thought was Ellen. We corrected the name and cleared up the mystery right away, says George.
It was like internet-wide. Everyone thought that those pictures were Tiger's girlfriend, but it was not. It was this other chick, and we solved it.
And we
right
corrected
here
it
on
right
the air,
away. But if we ever get pictures of Ellen Nordgren, we'll let you know. We'll give you an old heads up.
Right.
Okay? On that. 10:57 at 560 QM. We got Mad Dog working under protest from 2 to 4. I mean, can he really do that all year long?
Yeah.
I guess. It's not, like I said before, it's not a good situation.
Wouldn't be the first time.
When you have somebody disgruntled working the entire year in the time slot that you don't want him to be on, and then you got the guy following him who you don't want to be on at all.
Absolutely.
So you're going to have, like, use this kind of a tefillin between 2 and 4. Now he winds up doing afternoon drive, doing grotesque, buck-licking interviews with Dick Stockton and people of that ilk. Nobody wants to hear Dick Stockton. He's got nothing to say. During the game, he's got nothing to say. So certainly off the broadcast, why would we? But, you know, it's all these buddies. Like I told you, there's that sport hole fraternity, and it will never end. They're all in bed together.
It's a big bed.
It's a big, gigantic, circular bed. 10:58 at 560 WQAM. Hey, what was your New Year's resolution? I bet you it was to lose weight. Maybe you're sitting at your desk right now or in your car. You feel like unbuckling your belt because your puppet is bursting. Undoing the top button on your skirt, maybe. Or maybe you've already done that. Well, Balance for Life will deliver right to your door 5 meals per day, every day, all based on the very popular and effective Zone diet. 5 meals a day, and you still lose weight. And the best part about the deal is Balance for Life is the only meal delivery company to offer menu choices. Go to balanceforlife.com on the web and check it out. Indulge yourself with delicious goodies like blueberry pancakes, guilt-free cheesecake, yellowfin tuna burger, grilled filet with parsley potatoes. They even have a chicken and veggie pizza. And all you snowbirds in South Florida right now ought to check this out, too, because they can tailor the meals to your specific needs, too. Don't think you're overweight? Take the simple BMI test at balanceforlife.com. Just go to the bottom of the page, click on Body Mass Index. If your score is over 25, you're fat, baby. You need Balance for Life right away. What are you waiting for? The new year has just started. Pull over to the side of the road. Put that pen down right now and get on the phone. Call Balance for Life right now. Get started right away. 866-225-4543. That's 866-225-4543 or on the web, balanceforlife.com.
You're listening to Neil Rogers exclusively on 560 QAM.
Okay, can I just lodge a formal complaint? I'm getting so sick and tired of the inconsistency. I mean, some of these IDs, you don't know when they're over with. Some of them just say Miami Fort Lauderdale, right?
Yeah.
And then there's some of those rejoins. This is Miami. The one that's about like a half a second.
Mm-hmm.
It's like some kind of a game now, Clarence. Is he like, playing like a little game with us? Well, up yours, Clarence. And believe me, there's plenty of precedent.
Rectum.
It's 11:03 at 560 WQM. What we're going to do next week is on the Beat the Curtain every day. We'll take the top 5 from this week from today's poll.
All right.
Because we already got it locked up. We're going to have a lot of Carmela on there, and I'm sure we'll have no complaints about that because we had her on Friday. And we'll use, obviously she's going to win, so next Monday we'll put the picture from last Friday on again. Or unless you got a 7th one. Do you have a 7th one? How many you got?
I got as many as...
Let's do some
Don't be sorry,
dancing.
man. Don't be sorry. We got a lot of time.
We'll do some salsa dancing to the background of that music on the radio, so I was just kind of practicing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Howard was off yesterday, so I decided to listen to, to Hank. And I hate sports radio. It's redundant and, all the rest. But there's a theme that runs through all the sports radio callers, and that is, what do you think?
No,
Never what they think.
What's your
Hank
take?
thinks.
What's your take?
My take, it sucks.
Right.
And hey, by the way, fax machine isn't working.
They always say that. What's your take?
Yeah, what's your take? What do you think? I'm waiting for Hank to go, what do you think?
Or, even worse than that is, don't you think? Because they want you to agree. They want you to validate their existence. They want. I'm sure you agree with me. You know, and they always preface it by because they want to. Most of the callers just want to suck up. They don't want any confrontation.
I just want Hank to blow up like one of those spots that you have where he just blows up at people. I just love that. That's the only reason that's good. But anyway, love the show. Your fax machine wasn't working yesterday, Neil. So
it wasn't working yesterday.
Yeah, it just rang out.
It never stopped.
Yeah, well, maybe it was like busy. It was like jam up and jelly tight. Okay, thanks a lot.
Oh, hey, by the way, one more thing, Neil.
One more thing, something, yeah.
That farting video is the best.
Oh, the drive-by. Remember we put
drive-by.
Yeah, that was outstanding. Too bad we can't play it on the air. Okay, thanks. Say goodbye. Here's a fax that says, "Hey Neil, is Carmela de Cesare, the girl they show on Court TV, who's on trial for assaulting the girlfriend of Jeff Garcia?" Yes. That's where the story originally came from. That's where we found her.
Right.
I think she is his ex-girlfriend. That's right. Well, although Josh Cordes doesn't believe that because he's insisting that Jeff Garcia is
gay.
You know, silly stuff like that.
Oh, he's definitely a little light. I mean, come on. Let's think about this. I've heard a couple
I have
interviews.
never seen him speak, okay? I don't know what he sounds like. I've never seen him speak. I've seen
that's
him play.
him. Is that
he
you,
don't
Jeff?
play too good. He speaks well, so maybe he's got a speech defect. I don't know. It says, "I think she is his ex-girlfriend. What is such a hot girl like her doing with such an ugly, disgusting guy?
He's an athlete, isn't he?
Like Jeff Garcia. Maybe she's a fag hag."
All right.
It says...
Unbelievable.
That's what it says. Also, I heard yesterday, Juan from Little Havana calling Hank show. Oh, no. Why does he have that jackass on? Well, whoever's producing the show shouldn't put him on.
Please.
We got very, very... What?
Everybody talks to everybody at this station.
Well, that's pretty lame.
Reverend
I'm going to tell a Humper tomorrow. They shouldn't follow in the footsteps of certain people that worked in the morning before that talked to all these losers, the Chronics, over and over again. I'm sure that... I don't know if Hank knows who that is, you know. Although he probably called Hank when he was in the afternoon. The Chronics, they call everybody. Anybody that will tolerate them, they'll call and abuse the privilege. Here's a fax that says, "I was shocked to hear you describe Dr. Condoleezza Rice as a dyke during your radio show this morning. As you should know, marriage is not proof of heterosexual or homosexual preference. Many great Secretary of States have chosen not to marry during their careers, including Dr. Henry Kissinger. The fact that Dr. Kissinger later married a lovely woman after having dated many other here's the operative part. After having dated many other striking women is proof to me he was a hetero male. Well, we don't have Dr. Rice has not been linked to any male now, before, a week from Sukkot, next year, any other time. I wouldn't be that surprised if in the future we don't discover that Dr. Rice has been secretly playing stinky finger with a prominent Washington man. I would think more like stinky finger with a Washington woman. The day after we've honored one of America's greatest black leaders, your slanderous statements are disgusting. Oh, I see. So we should wait a couple of days as if there's some connection between the fact that yesterday was Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who I'm sure is rolling over in his grave at the coronation of Condoleezza and her ilk. You've got to be kidding me. Just like they were saying on Crossfire the other day, as it's in its dying moments, that show, Paul Begala was saying he accurately, Martin Luther King Jr. would be like aghast at what's going on over there in Iraq. Vehemently and just like he was opposed to the war in Vietnam. But everything can be made into a racial issue. She ain't even dark enough to have like a good suntan, okay, to give me the song and the dance about she's black. Light tan, maybe. You know, like a few hours in the sun in South Florida on a hot sunny day, like in July. That's about it.
Cafe mocha latte.
But everything can be made. It's disgusting. We want. Okay, well, give us another fax and let us know how many days after, how much separation we need to have from any kind of a holiday, although that's the only one I can think of, before we can say anything about Dr. Rice. The fact of the matter is that she's right there on the TV right now.
Past the aspirations of the Palestinian people.
Talking about her aspirations, or somebody's aspirations. Give me a break. A disoriented 88-year-old driver backed over a couple in a Walmart parking lot yesterday afternoon, pitting them under her car and ramming a Mustang and an SUV, according to witnesses and a police spokesman. Nice going, Granny. A nearby shopper put the woman's Toyota Cressida in park and used a jack to raise a wheel off Josefina Pachon. Her husband, Abel Pachon, remained trapped until paramedics arrived, according to Commander David Gold, the police spokesman. How come he couldn't get out himself? I guess he wasn't able.
Right.
The couple visiting from Colombia. Oh, that was disgusting, talking about our Colombian friends that way. Everything is disgusting, okay? Everything is grotesque. Everything is unacceptable. We'll blow it out your ass. How do you like that? I'm so tired of these goody two-shoes, politically correct crowd, man. They make me sick. Lighten up a little bit. Oh, there's Chris Dodd. He's another sellout. You know, he comes across like being really great liberal and all that. He's a sellout, Chris Dodd. Anyway, the couple visiting from Colombia and staying with relatives in Southwest Ranches were rushed to Memorial Regional Hospital in Hollywood. Abel Pachon was in surgery yesterday. His wife was listed in critical condition in intensive care. Police were still trying to determine exactly what happened, but Galt said the driver, Marie Miller, pulled out of the diagonal parking spot too quickly, hit the Pachons, and then rammed the other two vehicles across the aisle in the parking lot at the Walmart, 184th Avenue and Pines Road. One more good reason not to go anywhere near Walmart. It's unclear how fast Miller was going, but a few witnesses told investigators they heard her tires squeal, Galt said. Hot Rod Granny. Yeah. Miller, or maybe she was squealing. Miller of Pembroke Pines she's had a valid Florida's driver's license for 11 years and had one ticket in 1994 for failing to yield a right-of-way, state records show. Moments after the crash, this is the best. This is always what goes on with these old toads. Moments after the crash, Miller didn't know what was going on. She thought she just hit another car, said one of the first shoppers who came to help. Armando Birrio-Nuevo, 29. Birrio-Nuevo and his wife and two children walked into their car with groceries when they saw the accident. He ran to Miller's car, put it in park, and pulled her out of the driver's seat. After trying unsuccessfully to pull Josefina Pachon out from under a tire, Birrio-Nuevo said he dug in the trunk and found a jack. By that time, about a dozen other shoppers had joined the rescue effort, and they were able to free her. How do you like that? 88-year-old lady, but that's Florida, baby.
Right. There's a moral there.
You know, every time, for example, at Woodbine, you have to, I don't like schlepping my passport around, so I use my driver's license as ID. And I show them on the back is the renewal, the expiration date, that blue thing, you stick on the back of your license that they send you in the mail, that you get on the Internet. You've never done that?
Right, sure.
Yeah, they send you that blue thing, and it's a stick-on thing. And they can't believe when I tell them that you can be deaf, dumb, blind, that there's no vision test. No, you can be like a quadriplegic since the last time you took your driver's test. And in Florida, here you go, baby.
Right.
Have some fun for the next 6 years.
You're listening to Neil Rogers exclusively on 560 QAM. The University of Miami basketball team takes on Coach K and the Duke Blue Devils tomorrow night at the Convocation Center. Presented by Bell South. Hurricanes warm-up starts our coverage at 8 p.m. Tip-off is set for 8:30 p.m. Right here. Sports Radio 560 QAM.
I like Neil's poll.
No one ever told you they would separate so soon. Marriage is a joke because actors are such buffoons. They'll let divorce lawyers take it from here. Weddings barely last a day, a week, a month, or even a year. Brad and Jen are through, 'cause their vows don't mean squat. Brad and Jen are through. Why they even tied a knot? Brad and Jen are through. Time to date someone new.
Oh, yeah, I don't know how I'm going to continue. It's 11:17 at 560. Now, I was about to rip this faxer an ass because he's the same one that's always got the obsession with Joan Blondell. She's on the original list here, and I was going to say, what are you faxing about? She's on there, but I don't see it on the one on the website.
Oh, it ought to be.
Well, has that one been shrunk down?
There it is. No, she's got three votes.
Oh, I see. And that's why I was looking below that. So she's on there. So like I said, leave us alone, okay? She's on there already, you old coot. Joan Blondell, my ass. She's on there. 4. I remember that.
Yeah.
Very well.
Mm-hmm.
Tara Patrick, 4. Sophia Vergara, 4. Elle McPherson, 4. Aaliyah, 4. Stacy Dash, 3. Rachel Hunter, 3. Joan Blondell's got 3 votes. Pen in the ass faxer. She's already got 3 votes. She's on there. Jessica Biel has got 3. Jennifer Anderson, 3. Jamie Presley, 3. Christina Ricci, 3. Britney Spears, only 3. Only 3 votes for Britney. Oh, boy. How the mighty have fallen. Barbie Benton, 3. And after that, Susha Menigel, 2. Is that how it's said? Susha?
Chucha.
Chucha? Oh, see, I'm not going to say that. You said.
Chucha.
Nah, don't say it again.
Tended to be a cycle in Latin America of democratic developments followed by authoritarian ones, and I don't...
Right, like the ones that we stuck in there, yeah, like in Chile. Here's line 9, WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how's it going?
Pretty good, Pally.
Hey, listen up. I will tell you, I heard you saying Defoe's going over to ESPN.
That is
he
correct.
does these contests on this other station, and I won a couple times, and I've been waiting since August, Defoe. Can I get my prize?
No, he probably gave him to the Indians.
And the other thing is, too bad for Greg LeMega, a.k.a. Toast, because he blows.
Oh, is that who that is,
That's
Toast?
Toast, yeah.
He's Toast again, huh?
Yeah, thank God.
Okay.
Could have the better guy.
Thanks a lot, Pally. Thanks for the good news. Okay, we don't care about all that stuff over there. All those little, like I said before, you're playing little games, man. You're playing with yourselves over there. Oh, we got Stu Gotts, and we got Dan LaBastard, and we got Craig Minervini. Oh, please. You got Joe Rose, period. That's all you have as of this date. The big plums would be the Dolphin games and the Mad Dog. Not in that order, by the way, because the Dolphin games don't get that big number like they used to. They're on Sirius, and they're all on TV anyway. Although next season, I wouldn't be too sure of that. You know what? Might have a couple of blackouts in there, Josh. You think so?
Probably.
After this 4-12 season. Although it's the Nick Saban era coming, baby. The Nick Saban era. And Wayne is going to go out there and spend the big bucks like Hank was talking this morning. And he's going to get this one. He's going to get that one and really go to kick ass. Do you believe it? No. Patriots are a dynasty, baby. They got the best coach. They got the best quarterback. They got the best middle linebacker. They certainly got the best kicker. Make no mistake about that. Is there any debate about any of the things I've just said?
Yes.
Such as what?
The best linebacker you definitely don't have.
And who's that?
That would be Ray Lewis.
Get out of here, jailbird. I'm talking about a guy that's on the outside, not on the jailbird. Now, you're right.
Yeah.
But after Sunday, you got to give Teddy Bruschi a big hand, you know?
Hey, he's good.
He's damn good. In a clutch, see? Just like Brady. He doesn't put up the stats like a Sandy Peyton Manning. A lot of people are comparing Sandy Peyton Manning to Dan Marino. And as much as I love Danny Boy, and he gave us a lot of years of excitement, I think there's some similarities there, if you catch my drift, you know? Even though Danny wasn't as ugly as and dumb-looking. He did have those Batman lips, you know, and very often had that perplexed, angry look on the field like, geez, where are you running? What kind of a pattern was that, you know?
Yeah, Peyton, Dan Marino, and Jim Kelly are going to be at the bar together. They never won anything.
Yeah, but at least Jim Kelly got another Super Bowl 8 million times. Didn't they get there 4 times or something like that, the Bills?
Yeah, 4 in a row, but they never won.
Right, and they lost them all. But still, at least he got there.
Very true.
How many Super Bowls did Danny play in?
1?
No, I don't think he played in any. What was the last time they were in? Was it 84?
Yeah.
Because David Woodley was a quarterback.
Right.
I may be wrong about that. They may have played one game against San Francisco. Maybe they did.
I think they did.
But at any rate, he ain't no Tom Brady, I'll tell you that. Tom Brady's got it all over either one of them. When you win 2 Super Bowls in 3 seasons, and it looks like they're well on their way to the 3rd appearance in 4 years, forget about the stats, okay? Don't show me stats. Show me what did you win? What did you accomplish? Right? Right. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing, buddy?
Pretty good, Pally.
Good. Hey, listen, I didn't catch yesterday's show, but I wanted to ask you, how'd you like listening to Phil Simms in the Patriot game?
I didn't pay any attention to Phil Simms. I just blocked him out.
He's horrible, and you were right, man. I think you're paying him by the word.
Yeah.
But just wanted to see how you...
I was too intense with the game. I didn't worry about him.
Oh, that's good. All right, man. Well, you have a good day.
And how do you like the way that CBS missed Brady's touchdown, by the way?
Yeah, I know, right? They don't even show the freaking game. I get so pissed off.
Yeah, they're too busy showing a lot of other crap and going to commercial and promos to show us the damn game. Okay, thanks a lot, pal. Yeah, I'm sick of that. I'm really sick and tired. I know it cost them. They spent $1 billion for the rights to the games. But when the game is going on, show us the game. I don't want to see some jackass on the sideline. If you want to show him for like 2 seconds after he made a big play or a bad play, that's fine. But don't keep focusing and focusing. In the meantime, I want to see where is the ball. I want to see the team come to the line of scrimmage. I don't want to see any close-up of anybody. I don't care how good he looks, how bad he looks. I don't need that during the game. I want to see the game. I know that's a revolutionary concept, but, man, both CBS and Fox, they suck on that count. And ABC, too. They suck. How many times a season do you miss crucial plays because the network is, A, either like still in promo or commercial, or B, more likely they're showing you a replay of something that we just already got seen? How many times?
About 30, man.
Yeah, that's their favorite. They're showing a replay, and then we come back to live action, and the play has just ended. A big, phenomenal play has just ended, or maybe even a touchdown, and they missed it. Like Tom Brady's rushing touchdown there in the game the other day. You see that, Josh? They were in a commercial.
Yeah, I did.
Bastards. No wonder CBS is under the gun, huh? No wonder. I'm going to tell you right now, the CBS eye, there's tears coming from that thing, man. It's crying. They're not crocodile tears either. Real, honest-to-God tears. Because CBS, how the mighty have fallen. You guys suck. Not bad enough that the best they can do is Jim Nance and Phil Motormouth Simms. Brother. See, this is what's happened. I don't want to sound like one of those old fuddy-duddies about how great it used to be, but you know something, how great it used to be. And this is all part of the devolution of broadcasting. As opposed to, like, creating talent and great broadcasters and individuals and people with personality, everything now is cookie-cutter, including sportscasters. Remember that they were making such a big deal about Dave O'Brien? And I never understood what that was all about. Because, first of all, Joe Angel had 50,000 times the personality that Dave O'Brien will ever have.
Whoa.
What?
Well, you know what? I've never met Joe Angel personally.
No. I'm not talking about... when I say personality, I'm talking about on the air.
Okay.
You thought Dave O'Brien was like he sounded like all the other ones. He sounded cookie cutter. It's the same as all those stadiums they built at the same time. Three Rivers, Riverfront, Busch Stadium. They all look the same. Cookie cutter. He had no distinctive personality, Dave O'Brien. Plus, he talked through his teeth like the guy that does the Heat games. What's his name? I keep forgetting. Eric Reed.
Eric Reed.
Yeah, he talks through his teeth. He's good, but why does he talk through his teeth? Shavit, left in the, Shavit. There's no such word as Shevin, okay? There's a word that begins with SH and an H, Shevin, but it sounds like that, okay, when you say Shevin. Eric. Dave O'Brien, my ass. They really screwed over Joe Angel, man. That really pissed me off. Good guy. And then, of course, Dave O'Brien stuck it to them, which was really poetic justice, and took off for ESPN. Well, I don't even hear about him. I mean, I know he does games here and there, but he's nothing. He's just a voice.
He does TV now.
Yeah, but I mean, he's no big deal. He's got no personality. There's nothing individual about him. I mean, one thing you'll say about Summerall hung on too long, and he was drunk and old and everything else, but one thing about Summerall and Madden and those guys is that they had personality. They were different. They didn't sound like all the other guys.
But I disagree with you because Dave O'Brien has a really good personality. Maybe you don't like the way he sounds, but like I would say his personality is what makes him what he is.
Well, what does that mean?
I don't know.
So in other words, you like him personally off the air.
No, I think
I
he's
had him
fine
on my show on
the air.
IOD once. He was a very personable guy. I liked him. I don't dislike him personally, but
he's
professionally, I think he's much ado about nothing. He's just another voice.
Right.
There's nothing distinctive about him. Look, I got the baseball package, the football package, the hockey package. I hear all the broadcasters. And the last 20 years, you name me anybody who's like distinctive, who's like a really star, like a Harry Carey, a Bob Prince, a Mel Allen. Name me somebody. Think about it during the break, and when we come back, my challenge to you is name me one. Just one. Okay?
Okay.
Think about it.
All right.
Get your thinking cap on.
Okay.
Or like Duff always says, put your cape on. 28 after 11 at 560 WQAM. IRS tax problems have a way of eating your life to pieces, man. They take a toll on you financially, physically, emotionally. You can never get that IRS monkey off your back. They come back every morning, those problems, when you wake up in a cold sweat worrying about what you're going to do. CPA Jamie Buchwald and the Buchwald Tax Firm will help end your IRS problems forever and give you back peace of mind, which is why other top CPA and law firms refer their clients to the Buchwald Tax Firm when they've got problems with the IRS. Why not avoid potential criminal prosecution? Get all your unfiled tax returns prepared even if you lost all your records. Now, maybe you have an IRS lien, a wage levy, you owe payroll taxes and penalties, or maybe you want to settle for thousands less than you owe, need time to pay. Whatever your problema, the Buchwald Tax Firm can help you out. They offer you a free, no-obligation initial consultation, affordable guaranteed fees, and immediate relief, if not sooner, from harassment by the IRS. And best of all, you don't have to go to those pain-in-the-ass meetings because the Buchwald Tax Firm handles all meetings and discussions with the IRS. You don't even have to go. Call them today whether you owe $10,000, $1 million, anything in between the IRS taxes, because these are the people, the Buchwald Tax Firm, who can help you out. Call them at 954-575-2800. That's 954-575-2800. Call them today for that free consultation or visit them on the web at irsfreedom.com and stop worrying about the IRS knocking down that front door. 954-575-2800.
You're listening to Neil Rogers exclusively on 560 QAM.
Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Is he a truck driver or a caddy? If finding dad looks grim, just call up Fox and they'll locate him. Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Is he bloated, boozed up, and named Patty? Fox says it rock bottom.
Yes.
'Cause what if your daddy is Sodom? At Fox, they're a bunch of sickos looking for ratings.
Absolutely.
Next, they'll do a show on pimps and hoes or alien matings. Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Is he a male prostitute named Maddie? It's a sleaze-a-rama.
Oh!
Heaven forbid the guy's mom did, 'cause one of them might be Osama.
Oh!
It's 26 till noon at 560 WQAM. Our award-winning lineup continues at 2 with Jim Mandich by protest. Mo Howard David by default 4. And then we got Geldy. I don't know whose default that is. It's 7, Eddie K at 10. A very pristine lineup. We got no ball games today. No Hurricane this, no Hurricane that. We got nothing. Oh, and by the way, that guy that was giving me the song and the dance on the facts about Condoleezza, I hate to break the news to you, but when I said that Janet Reno, I made some kind of dyke comment about her. I didn't notice any protest about that, did you?
Well, it's not on the heels of
you
Martin
racist
Luther
bastard.
King.
Just because of the fact she's white, you see. If she's white, then it's okay to say she's a dyke. How the hell do we know Janet Reno's a dyke? Why would you make such an allegation like that Janet Reno is a dyke? Huh? Good news, the Catholic Archbishop's been released today after he was kidnapped in the northern Iraqi city of Mosul. The Vatican confirmed today. No ransom was paid for the release of Basil George Casmusa, a spokesman for the Vatican in Rome said, in Roma. There were reports that the kidnappers used his cell phone to demand a $200,000 ransom, but they turned him loose. So there you go. Old Papa, he's out. Now, what's the story, Josh? What do we got?
I mean, like him or not, I like Joe Buck.
No, just a minute.
What?
I didn't say who do you like. The question was, name me one broadcaster in the last 20 years. I'm not talking about somebody who's been around a long time like Mo or somebody like that, who's like distinctive and got like is a really great broadcaster.
I mean, Harry is one. Like
Harry who?
Harry Carey.
Harry Carey was broadcasting before I was born.
All right, what?
Harry Carey did the Cardinal games in the 40s.
All right, but what? He wasn't in my lifetime either?
No, I'm not saying who was around in your lifetime. I'm saying who's come along in the last 20 years.
Oh, come
along? The modern era of sportscasters. Name me one. Any sport.
John Miller.
John Miller's been broadcasting since before you were even a dream.
Well, I'm just saying, I can only go with, what I start hearing. I don't know when people started. I'm just telling you.
Trust me, John Miller's been broadcasting Orioles games for like how many years?
About 30, man.
Yeah. I'm waiting.
I don't know. A newcomer? I don't know. I might not have some.
20 years is not a newcomer. I mean, by your standards, that's just about your whole lifetime. But I'm just saying, in your lifetime, name me somebody new.
I don't know that I can.
There isn't. They don't exist.
Okay.
I can give you a list as long as you are. I'm not saying all the old sportscasters that everybody touted were great, like Jack Brickhouse in Chicago. He was an embarrassment. He was legendary. I have no idea why. He must have had naked pictures. He was horrible. He was grotesque. He was an idiot. Hey! He was so bush league I can't even describe it. How bad Jack Brickhouse. His name should have been Jack Outhouse. Did you ever hear of him?
Yes.
He was terrible. The best Cubs announcer ever was not Harry Carey, by the way. It was Jack Quinlan, who got killed. He got hit by a car and died. He was sensational. I mean, Vin Scully and the Red Barber and Mel Allen and Harry Carey and Bob Prince and Jim Woods, and the list went on. And see, back in the day, before the networks gobbled up all the NFL games like it is now, each team used to have regional broadcasts. So each team had its own announcer on TV. Chris Schenkel did the Giants, which I wasn't a big fan of his. Ken Coleman did the Browns, and on radio, Gib Shandley was the Browns announcer. He was maybe the best football announcer ever, Gib Shandley in Cleveland. And Johnny Most with the Celtics. I mean, every team had an announcer that was like legendary. Ernie Harwell of the Tigers. What happened? It's like everything else in broadcasting. You could say the same thing forget about sports, just about music, DJs, talk shows. Where are they? Where are the new superstars? And they don't exist. Because Cheap Channel and a handful of other companies have taken the originality out of the business, and you could count on the fingers of one hand the number of people who have come along in the business in the last 20 years. And believe me, Stern didn't start in the last 20 years. He's been around a lot longer than that. Who mean anything, much less legendary. Got it?
Got it.
It's pretty sad what they've done to our business, man. Pathetic. How did I get off on this tangent? Oh, it was about the broadcast, about Phil Simms. 5670560, pound 560 on a Verizon Singular Wireless number. We're talking about shaving your head today. WQAM, hello.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
Listen, I need to butch up my Yiddish just a little bit. What does Coxahoist mean, and how would I spell that?
Oh, I can't tell you how to spell it. I could, but Joyce will get upset. It means go take a good dump.
Joyce is in the building, I heard.
Joyce is in the building. Well, isn't that special?
Well, what does it mean, if you don't mind?
I just got through telling you. It means go take a good dump.
Oh, really? I'm sorry. I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. One quick question before I go. What's in the box?
That must be the guy from Light. The PD. Well, they're looking for an audience, They're looking for some contact with a human audience out there. 5670560. By the way, Friday is a big day, 1 o'clock Friday day. A fall book comes out. Why is it lately? Well, it's because of all the machinations and insanity going on in this radio station that just don't seem to ever come down to earth. Oh, Joyce is in the building. Maybe she's meeting with a mad dog, you think? That would be nice. Wouldn't that be sweet? Just like Hank said this morning, if we could ever put that thing to bed and get that over and done with and get this place back the way we want it to be. Mo Howard, David at 2 to 4, Jim Mandich 4 to 7, and get it done. Get it done, Joyce, okay? And stop trying to show off to everybody what a genius you are and how you're going to wreck WQAM and all the things that we've worked for years, all of us, to build. We've worked like lunatics to build this thing. And you're trying to come along with your legal expertise and show us how you can browbeat all the hired hands, man, and get everybody to sign a bunch of crap that nobody is going to sign, by the way, honey. Nobody ain't going to sign that. And by the way, Joyce, you're fired. I just don't like the way your hair looks this morning. You're fired. 20 till noon at 560 WQAM. How about Van Patrick in Detroit with the Lions, huh? The Philadelphia Eagles. He had some bizarre way of speaking. Who did and Fred Cusick. Well, I mean, hockey announcers you wouldn't know. Fred Cusick with the Bruins. Foster and Bill Hewitt in Toronto.
No.
Joe Bowen. Huh?
No hockey for me.
Great announcers, man. Danny Gallivan in Montreal. Dan Kelly. Name me some great new hockey announcers, okay, that had just come down the pike in the last few years. Yeah, couldn't do it. Couldn't do it, could you? Oh, that's right. But how will we ever know? Oh, the good news is for the hockey fans, there may be a little tiny sliver of hope. The NHL and the players are meeting tomorrow. Now, the Gary Bettman and Bob Goodenow are not attending this meeting. So it kind of like has little significance. But the players are starting to get to the point where we're not getting any money. We're getting just that little bit of money we get from the Players Association. And we're losing like 90% of our salary. And we're starting to like starve over here. So just maybe they'll resolve something. They'll have like a very short season. How many games?
About 30, man.
Which would be a joke. Let's see. Commentator awards. The best. Oh, look at this. That's good. Check out the article, TV Commentator Awards, the best to the worst of the NFL announcing teams by Paul Zimmerman, Dr. Z of Sports Illustrated. It's on CNN.com in the sports section. He's right on point in everything that he said. Well, I'll have to check that out. Hey, resolve yourself to a better night's sleep in 2005 by calling 1-800-MATTRESS right now. Nothing's got a bigger impact on your daily health, well-being, the way you feel every day, and your productivity than a good night's sleep. And you can get one as soon as tonight on a super mattress from Dollar Mattress if you make that call right now to 1-800-MATTRESS. If your mattress is more than 10 years old, maybe it's noticeably saggy or lumpy, and the mattress too, then it's time for a new one. Choose from a complete line of the best in the world. They got Sealy, Serta, Simmons, King Coil, Tempur-Pedic, and Stearns, and Foster Hewitt. Dollar Mattress takes same-day orders all day long, from Kettle to Stewart, rhymes with Hewitt, and Palm Beach to Fort Myers. Whatever happened to that Hewitt kid? What the hell was his name? He was in that movie with Brooke Shields.
Foster.
No, seriously, what was his name?
Won't see him no more. I don't know. I'll look it up.
Damn it. Anyway, they were having sex on the floor, Brooke Shields and whatever his name was, Hewitt. Martin Hewitt.
Okay.
What was the name of that movie?
Oh, Endless Love.
Very good. How do you like that?
I saw that at the theater.
That was a good movie. Yeah. You pick the date and 2-hour delivery window when you want your mattress delivered. They're proud of it. I wonder when Mama was standing there on the upper railing there, looking down, watching them doing their thing. Yeah. She was thinking, why couldn't that be me instead of that bitch?
Boobs and butts and boinking.
407 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Don't you believe it, girlfriend? Anyway, yada, 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 of the people, by the people, for the people. Now, it's time to get out of this funny top hat and into a cold mimosa. Then, it's off to the theater. There's no business like show business. Toodles.
14 till noon at 560. I just scoured the CNN Sports Illustrated website there. I don't find anything about the TV Commentator Awards. So, Ephraim in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, thanks for your facts, but you're going to be a little more specific and lead me by the hand and guide me where to find that, because I couldn't find it, you know, and the thing on the website either. You find it?
I didn't look for it.
Oh. Iraq may ban driving to stop car bombs. I think if we want to stop all these accidents, we ought to do that, too, in America. Just ban driving.
All right.
Iraqi officials said Saturday they're considering new measures to protect voters in the January 30th
About 30, man.
national election, including a 3-day nationwide ban on driving to prevent car bombings. Fresh clashes broke out in the troubled northern city of Mosul, where most election officials have fled their jobs in fear. A U.S. military helicopter made an emergency landing in Mosul after drawing ground fire, the U.S. command said, and a U.S. Marine was killed in action Saturday just south of Baghdad. U.S. and Iraqi officials fear a surge in attacks as the vote nears. To prevent that, an Iraqi cabinet minister told reporters authorities are considering restrictions on the movement of private vehicles and possible security cordons around polling stations, they said. How do you like that? 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless line is no contest. This is just like yesterday, when James Earl Jones won our poll by 1 million votes, and the same thing today. Even more lopsided. Who's the hottest babe who's been on the beaded curtain so far? Carmela de Cesare has got 101 votes. Nobody else has even got 20. Wow. Halle Berry has got 18, Angelina Jolie 16, Alyssa Milano 14, Carmen Electra 13, Anna Cornajolia 12, Charlize Theron 11, and everybody else in single digits. How do you like that? WQAM, hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Dr. Neil.
Speaking.
How you doing?
All right.
Hey, you like the BJs?
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
For your sportscaster question,
Yeah.
I have two for you, and they're both tied to the Marlins at some point.
Uh-huh.
One of them is Dave O'Brien,
No, wrong.
and the other one is Boog.
Dave O'Brien doesn't even come close to the category of announcer I'm talking to. In 10 years, nobody ever remember who the hell Dave O'Brien was.
What about Boog? If Boog had a chance on
I mean, Boog is just starting out. I don't know about Boog is good, but I mean, you would put him in a category of being a legendary broadcaster. He's only been on the games for like 2-3 years.
I think that his voice, he has the possibility of...
No, but see, the question is not who's a sportscaster the last few years that you like. The question I was asking Josh is, which he had no answer for, name me somebody who's come along in the last 20 years who is in the same category as the great legendary sportscasters who will be remembered for decades and ever to come.
Okay.
And I wouldn't think that either one of the people you mentioned are going to be in that category.
Well, I think if given the right opportunity, Boog could be there because
Maybe.
He's the one person that I can listen to the radio,
Right.
turn off the TV, and he paints a picture for me.
Yeah, he's good.
He's excellent.
But not legendary yet.
You could always go with Skip Carey.
No, I like Skip Carey. He's good. I enjoy him. I like his wry humor and everything. But he's not even a shadow of Dad.
Right.
And in addition to which, he's been doing games for a lot more than 20 years.
Sure.
Okay, pal.
Well, have
thanks.
a good day.
You too. Maybe Chip Carey. He's pretty good. But is he going to be legendary? Is he going to be in the same category as his dad and grandpa? I don't think so. I could be wrong about it. I don't think so. You think so, Josh?
No.
No. He's a chip off the old block.
Well, let me ask
like
you this, though.
Ask me whatever you want. Kill some
How
good
long
time.
has Joe Buck been around?
Too long.
He ain't been around 20 years.
No. No, wait a minute. You're missing my point. I didn't say he didn't qualify. I said he's not. He's just ordinary. He's not a great broad. Now, how about Jack Buck? How about his father? His father was legendary. His father was great till he started getting senile the last few years. But he was phenomenal.
Yeah,
he had that gruff voice, I don't believe what I just saw. He was a character here. Joe Buck is just a voice.
I don't know.
He's not a great. You think he's a great broadcaster?
Yeah, I think he's good.
Get out of here, man! You're dreaming. You're a maniac. That's like saying that John Kerry was a great candidate.
Some of them are jihadists. Some of them are they form a Baptist.
Yeah, cut it out. No, I mean, what is that? It's like saying that George W. Bush is a great president just because he happens to be the president now. Same thing with Joe Buck.
No, that's too ridiculous.
No, that was a shot. I take that back, Joe. I'm sorry. No, I like Joe Buck, but he's not great. He's not even a shadow of what his father was. In fact, Joe Buck and Dave O'Brien and a lot of these guys, they all sound the same. They don't mean anything. And then, of course, because they got the CBS and Fox got all the football games now, man, they have all these broadcasting crews, so they have these old hanging around guys like Don Crickey, who just turned 100 years old, and they got Marv Alpert's kid. What's his name? The one that sounds like he's got 40 pounds of mush in his mouth.
Well, for what network?
I don't know which one he's on. Marv Alpert. He doesn't. Well, you don't see the regional games. Do you have the package?
My friend does. I watch it.
Well, you know who I'm talking about. Not Al Albert. That's the son. The one who sounds like he's got 75 pounds of elephant droppings in his mouth. And Dick Stockton. I mean, wouldn't even dignify that by going into that in spite of Mo licking all over him on Friday. It's all hacks. Just all hacks. There's nobody good. I mean, and Jim Nance, I'll be honest with you, I don't think he's great, but he's better than anybody else I can think of other than Michaels and Madden, who are like, ABC, that's Monday night. But I can't think of anybody else in football. Can you?
No, not really.
No, pretty weak. George is loving this.
No, I've answered 3 emails already.
I beg your pardon?
Huh?
You're doing well. Checking emails?
I answered 3 emails. Got some more pictures of Carmelo.
Good. I'm glad. I'm happy for you, Bird Jr. WQAM, hello.
Hello, Dale. Harry here.
Yeah? How they hanging, Harry? Okay, get out of here. We want a fake Harry Carey. We got the great fake Harry, okay?
Holy cow. That game was worse than spotting Neil Rogers on Hollywood Beach in one of those butt-floss bathing suits.
WQAM, hello.
Police.
WQAM, hello.
Can I run for office?
Ooh, which one was the real one?
Wow, that was good. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon. Maybe the Prozac shipment came in today. You missed out.
Sorry.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Pretty good.
I was talking about the announcer thing. The only guy I can think of, and I don't know how long he's been around, but what about Mike Patrick that does the games on ESPN?
Very weak.
You don't like
very weak. Very marginal at best.
Well, I
Makes
hear
a
you,
lot
but
of mistakes, lots and lots of mistakes, like showing up.
my real reason to call is you mentioned Dave Van Boring, and it struck a chord with me.
Yeah,
A quick story about that guy. I listened to some of the Marlins games from my office on the radio, and 2 different times last year, I had to go online and find out what the score of the game I was listening to was.
Yeah.
So if Josh is listening, tell that guy to give the score once in a freaking while, please.
Yeah, poke him in the with your elbow in the ribs and say, "Give the score, Slowpoke. Get with it."
And the beat sucks, and I'm out of here.
Okay, thanks. Good call. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular Wireless lines. How do we get into that sportscaster thing? It's not a sports show, although I will say this, we certainly cover a lot more interesting stuff than some of the stuff like, well, you know, that right tackle there for the Bengals, he sure, the Dolphins ought to try to sign him up. Yeah.
What kind of a chance do you think the so-and-sos have against the so-and-sos?
Yeah, right. Although I will say this, I just checked out that CNN website. I was looking for the sportscaster thing, and they're taking a poll on there about what do you think the Super Bowl matchup will be after the playoff games this weekend, the NFC and AFC championship games. And far more people think the Patriots will be playing either Atlanta or Philadelphia than Pittsburgh. How do you like that? Now, of course, that doesn't prove anything. You still got to play the game. But nevertheless, Frank says, an announcer that certainly is not a newcomer, but someone I hear you know, well, he just retired. Jesus. Someone I never hear you mention when you talk about great broadcasters is Van Miller. He did the Bills games for 100 years. He just retired. I'm curious what you thought of him because I love it. He was great. I love to put the Bills games on mute and listen to Van Miller call the game. His greatest call was during the greatest comeback game against the Oilers. He was outstanding, and I agree with that. But he was part of that old school, man, like Rick Weaver. There you go. It says, P.S. If you could pass this word of advice on to Hank, I'd appreciate it. Hank, please try to keep the old geezers off the air like the ancient old bag he put on this morning. Hey, listen, I don't blame Hank for that. I blame the producers. The producers outside of this show, because we don't screen the calls on this show, so you can't blame anybody for that. Because if I want to get rid of somebody, they're gone in 2 seconds. But the producers on this station do the worst job of screening calls of any station I've ever worked at in my life. And that's because basically the people running the station know nothing about talk radio. They haven't got a clue how it works. Nobody wants to hear the same Juan from Little Havana, Mark the Jets fan, all these same old chronics over and over again. I blame the producers putting these people on. It says it's bad enough I have to deal with them at Publix, but now they're invading my entertainment too. Speaking of Publix, when is the Mad Dog going to be making another appearance in the deli section again? No, I hear it's going to be in the fresh fruit department next week, is what it's going to be doing. I don't know. Let's hope that Joyce is getting all that stuff straightened out and not creating more problems today, okay? Are you positive she's in the building?
Well, I just heard a rumor.
Yeah. Well, hopefully that the whole situation is going to get ironed out. But like I said, that's their problem. I'm not going to get all whipped up into a frenzy, but I've done my, paid my penance, paid my dues. I've done it. And that's as much psychosis as they're going to get out of me. What you did to me, Joyce, and all your other buddies at that outfit, I wouldn't do to Hitler and Benito Mussolini and Osama Yamama and Saddam Hussein and all of those Goyim put together. How do you like that, honey? Absolutely unacceptable. Unbelievable. Who was the hottest babe who's been on our beaded curtain? Carmelo de Cesare. In fact, I could be fired just for criticizing Dave Van Boring. I could have been fired if I would have signed that deal. Because he's associated with the frickin' Marlins, you know?
Right.
Well, the hell with that. He sucks. He's terminal. He's coma-inducing. I don't care what Josh says, because Josh has to suck up. You know, we understand. We know the predicament you're in. So just dummy up. Carmelo de Cesare, 107. And look at this. Halle Berry's got 20. I mean, you talk about lopsided, man.
Yeah, even though they are very even.
No, I'm not talking about her rack. Now, see, look, especially with Joyce in the building, there were 2 things that somebody we know used to say all the time. Oh, in fact, it's about the only 2 things he ever used to say.
I'll take your children. I'll sell them to some Haitians.
No, I wish he would have said that more. One was the big rack, and the other was the big
package.
Okay? So just cut the crap.
I said even.
Like I said, when in doubt, cut the crap. 11:57 at 560 WQAM. When you shop for quality footwear, great selection, and professional service, you are going to love Brandy's Shoes in Pompano Beach. There is no other shoe store in South Florida like it. George was just there on Saturday, and they took good care of him. And if they'll take care of him, that's really something. Because let's face it, more and more these days, people just don't like George. It's a Matty Bell thing. They got the top quality names in the shoe business, unbeatable prices. They got sales holes who make sure you get a perfect fit every time. What's not to like? They got Rockports, Florsheim, SAS, Sperry, Timberland, Naturalizer, all the other top brands for men and women. And they're open every day of the week, too. They're open Monday through Saturday at Brandy's, 9 to 9, and every Sunday, 10 to 5. You'll find Brandy's at 1290 North Federal Highway in Pompano Beach. It's always worth the trip, no matter where you live. And right now, this week, is a super time to buy Rockports at Brandy's because they're offering you 20% off on all great men's and women's Rockport styles this week. So be sure and take advantage of this because everybody loves Rockport shoes. Come into the store or you can actually shop online at brandyshoes.com.
You're listening to Neil Rogers exclusively on 560 QAM.
It's Steve Goldstein, but you can call me Geldy. Whenever I'm in town, I listen to... Wait a minute, I am in town. It's the 12 to 1 hour.
Good Vibrations brings the music of the Beach Boys to Broadway. Now, there's a new music collection that brings the music of Broadway to the Beach Boys. It's Bad Vibrations. 20 of your favorite show tunes sung only as the Beach Boys can, like Old Man River from Showboat.
Old Man River, that Old Man River. You must know something, but don't say nothing. It just keeps rolling, yeah, keeps on rolling along.
And this classic song from Oklahoma.
I wish you all could see Oklahoma. I wish you all could see Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain.
Plus, Bad Vibrations also features the Beach Boys rendition of this tune from the Music Man.
And we've got trouble, trouble, trouble right here in the city for city. Trouble, trouble right here with a capital T that rhymes with B, and that stands for P. That rhymes with B, and that stands for P.
Bad Vibrations is not available in stores. To order, simply hang 10, 95 plus shipping and handling. Call now.
1202 at 560 WQAM. Happy Tuesday to you. Ephraim in wherever he was, in Baton Rouge, I believe.
Okay.
Says, click on the NFL button on the home sports page and yada, yada. Hey, I'll try to do it after the show because with these short breaks we got now, the rest of the show today, I probably won't have time during the thing. So that'd be kind of interesting. Not that we want to talk about that because it's too sports intensive, and a lot of our people are like George, you know.
Go
they don't
for
care
it.
about. Although now that we got the Super Bowl coming up, you certainly will participate in that, won't you? You'll get drunk on Super Bowl Sunday?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
I don't even know when that is.
February 6th. Sunday, February 6th. It's like 3 weeks from, let's see, this Sunday is going to be the 23rd. 30th. Yeah, 3 weeks from yesterday.
I don't think I'll be getting drunk on a Sunday. No, sorry.
Well, why not?
It's Sunday. Got to work.
You don't have to watch the game. You don't have to be involved in any way, shape, or form. But at least, or maybe smoke a big fat one.
I'll do that.
Even if there isn't any game, right?
Right.
5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular wireless line. I got this great column. I don't want to read all this long stuff, especially after the guy got me so depressed. It's too long. Bible versus science war rages on in the classrooms. It's on our website. I think it's on today, isn't it, Josh?
It is, yes.
From Tim Harper, Toronto Star. It's what's going on in America, man. It should be scaring people, but they don't care. I'll put it in about. I don't have time to read something that long. Plus, that guy that called. Was it the first call? Boy, that was depressing. About Bush. You just want to keep rehashing the same old stuff, man. What's the point? What is the point? It's like some kind of an exercise, like some kind of obligatory exercise that we have to do to punish ourselves and keep rehashing the same stuff about Bush did this and this one did it. It's all over with, baby. We lost. It's done. Zion America, that's all I can tell you. Good luck to you. You'll need it. And now we got to Seymour Hursting in the New Yorker. He wants to invade 9 other countries besides Iran, so we got a waiting list of 10. And the Pentagon says, absolutely incorrect. This is a bunch of lies. Yeah, right. When it comes to lies, man, nobody lies like the United States government. Well, of course, in QAM, maybe we got a contender in there. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular wireless line. This business, just trying to make a great sportscaster out of Joe Buck. You're dreaming. That's how desperate you are. And I understand because it's you don't have much to deal with there.
Okay.
Well, you don't. You admit that.
Well, lately, there's not a lot of people that just, came out lately that, I can call a Hall of Fame, broadcast.
Came out? We're not talking about gay sportscasters, okay? Mel Allen is dead. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how's it going?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my only suggestion for the current topic, I would think, I'm a huge Mets fan, a big hockey fan. I would say Gary Thorne would probably
Gary
be up
Thorne's
there.
been on there for like 75 years.
Is he really? He was a Mets announcer in the mid-'80s.
Right.
And my main exposure is him in hockey. I think as good as a radio announcer for the Mets that he was, he's a brilliant hockey announcer for ESPN, and I really
brilliant, maybe a little carried away. He's very good. He's good. I wouldn't say he's going to be legendary, but he's good.
I think if you give him some time, he might work his way up there. Hey, Neil, could
wait a
maybe
minute,
throw me a little
like
bit of...
Wait. He's not a newcomer. Gary Thorne's been around a very long time.
Well, I don't know. I think he qualifies for the 20-year cutoff.
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm not too sure of that, because 20 years is 84, 85. I think he's been doing games more than 80. But nevertheless, of the current crop, he's as close as it comes.
Making me feel old. Hey, listen, could you play some
Joe Buck. Can I play what?
Can you play some Eisner and Mickey Mouse for me?
I don't know. We'll have to run it by Joyce. Have a great day, pal.
You too.
I know the one we can't play.
Yeah,
where he says the P word. We can't play
yeah,
that.
that's right.
Right? Well, we can play.
Eisner?
Yeah, there you go. That's safe.
Well, no, we can't play the one that the best one.
I'm going through Galveston like Kez.
That's enough.
Eisner?
Mr. Mouse?
What the hell are you doing to me?
What do you mean, sir?
Why am I reading in the paper you're going to put a Disney theme park in Brooklyn?
Well, sir, we're just scouting locations.
Jesus, I'm scouting CEOs. You are killing me.
But sir, look what we've done with New York City, Times Square, 42nd Street.
Hang on. Remus! Remus! Turn off the vacuum cleaner, Remus! Get that bluebird out of here!
Okay, boss.
Eisner.
But sir, look what we've done with Midtown Manhattan. 42nd Street is incredible.
Oh, you know what? Publicly, I supported that, but you took all the porn away. You're killing me. I'm going through Galveston like Kez.
We're just scouting areas. Calm down.
Listen to me, Butt Munch. Don't tell me to calm down. We got lucky with Lilo and Stitch, $128 million. Now, you're trying to ruin the whole network. What kind of programming are you running? Hang on a minute. Remus! You got bluebird crap all over your shoulder. Clean yourself up, for heaven's sake. And turn off the vacuum cleaner.
Okay, boss.
Good God.
Sir, the network is fine.
Why couldn't you come up with American Idol? Good God, you're still running James Bond movies. They're 60 years old. Why don't you just put Steamboat Willie on and be done with it? At least then I'd make a couple of damn dollars.
Well, the movie division's fine. You mentioned Lilo and Stitch, and now we have the new M. Night Shyamalan movie coming out later in the summer.
Oh, signs. What the hell does that mean? Stop sign, yield sign? You gotta start swinging some of these titles past me.
Please.
Remus. Remus.
Can't hear you, boss.
I know you can't hear me, Remus. You're still running the vacuum cleaner.
Yes, I'm right, boss. I'm running the vacuum.
Get out of here, Remus, and take that bluebird with you.
All right.
Eisner.
Yes, sir?
I'd be very careful the next time I started my car if I were you.
What do you mean, sir?
I'm about done with you.
What?
About done.
What, sir?
I'll put Hannah Storm in your job.
But, sir,
You're terrible.
I'm sorry.
Maybe I'll put Remus in there. How'd you like to be president of Disney, Remus?
Oh, my.
What a wonderful day. Get out of here, you nutbag.
12:08 at 560 WQAM. Well, we can't play the other one because he says in that one twice, as a matter of fact. The European Union may consider banning Nazi symbols in its 25 member nations after Britain's Prince Harry, that's Harry of the Battenberg family, wore a swastika armband to a costume party, the bloc's top justice official said yesterday. Franco Frattini, the EU's Justice and Home Affairs Commissioner, Franco Frattini, said he was open to discussing the issue at a January 27th meeting of the EU Justice Ministers. It may be worth looking into the possibility of a total ban, a Europe-wide ban, as spokesman Friso Roskam-Abing told reporters Monday. Commissioner Frattini shares the general feeling of opprobrium on the use of the swastika and other Nazi symbols. Opprobrium. The call came after several German conservative, socialist, and liberal Democrats in the European Parliament urged a European ban, following the scandal last week over photos published worldwide of Harry, third in line at the British throne, wearing the Nazi outfit. German socialist Helmut Kuhn called Harry a royal idiot for not knowing the consequences in World War II history linked to the Nazi swastika. Germany already banned such symbols. Harry should have just replied, "Oh, that's our family flag thing." Don't families have like symbols and things?
Crests and
yeah, that's the family crest is the swastika for the House of Windsor, the Battenberg family.
Coat of arms.
But British Liberal Democrat Chris Davies questioned the need to ban the swastika. "I understand how the burden of history weighs upon my German colleagues' view," he said. "However, banning symbols cannot ban evil and risks playing into the hands of those who would seek to subvert the very liberties we most champion." Roskam-Abing said Frattini would urge EU ministers to use the swastika incident to push for agreement on EU-wide rules to combat racism, fascism, and anti-Semitism. What does that mean? We're getting rid of Silvio Berlusconi and George W. Bush? Berlusconi, what I call him? A proposal was introduced 2 years ago, but discussions have failed to make headway. Roskam-Abing said officials would take care not to violate freedom of expression in devising such a ban. Frattini's decision to look into an EU-wide ban could further embarrass Queen Elizabeth II, who's to lead British commemorations of the Holocaust in London later this month. I hope that they boycott the Queen. I hope they demonstrate. I hope they're all waving around a bunch of Nazi flags in her face with a British flag like side by each. Right. Wouldn't that be great?
Ooh, yeah.
Teach that miserable, crusty old bitch a thing or two. Attorney General John Ashcroft is to announce the first U.S. criminal charges in a probe of UN's Oil for Food program in Iraq, CNN has learned. Anybody care about that?
No.
No. Only one thing we know about, I want to know about Ashcroft. When the hell's he getting out? And when's Jose Jimenez coming in? He's going to torture us, I'll guarantee you that. Believe you me. That Jimenez guy?
Oh, yeah.
Going to torture all of us. Camilla de Cesare, 121 votes, and Halle Berry's only got 21. This is so lopsided, man, it's unbelievable. How many votes we got total there? We got, what a long list. 444. We're two-thirds of the way home. And Camilla de Cesare's got almost 30% of the whole total.
About 30, man.
And deservedly so. 5670560, pound 560 on a Verizon and Singular wireless line. Look at that phone, man. These people are weak. WQAM, hello.
This is so... Hey, Neil, how you...
Okay.
With all this censorship, would I be able to say my pen is
No. That's it. That takes care of our calls for the day. Let's put the phone away. That's what they got. And you notice the tremendous response to my challenge there, and you want to know why they couldn't come up with any names? Because there aren't any.
I don't know.
Because there aren't any. I mean, Gary Thorne is a good broadcaster, but the idea that he's been around forever. He's been around a little more than 20 years. My point being that I'm not going to go through it again. I made my point. And nobody cares anyway, because most of the people are so damn parochial anyhow. Well, what about Joe Zagacki? He's pretty good. Line 9, WQAM, hello.
Yeah, Neil.
Yes, sir.
It's pronounced the Caesar. That girl's name is pronounced the
Caesar. Well, I did say that among my. I tried some of the other ones, but I like. Yeah, but in Italian it would be De Cesare.
Okay.
That's what that means of Caesar. Father would be Caesar. Sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. He wasn't too impressed with my Italian. Well, that's the name in Italian. I like it. De Cesare.
Sounds better.
Right?
It sounds more exotic.
Bada-beep, bada-boop, bada-bop, like that. I like that. It's more schmaltzy that way. De Caesar. I'm going to keep saying.
I like the Caesar.
Not only that, who the hell cares how you pronounce it, right?
I'll Caesar by the hair.
By the short hairs, I don't see any. They've been airbrushed out. But anyway, how do you pronounce that? Okay. 1213 at 560 WQAM. The main man, Anthony Caliendo, says, at Acceptance Capital Mortgage, it's time for New Year's resolutions. Like most Americans, pay off your credit cards, lowering the debt, cutting your mortgage payments, pulling out cash, investing in real estate. Some of these things, anyway, are probably near the top of your list. South Florida is one of the hottest real estate markets in the U.S., so why keep so much equity in your house or pay high interest rates? The main man's New Year's resolution is to give back to the community, so this year they partnered with Kids in Distress. With a track record of 25 years of helping over 5,000 abused and neglected children each year, Acceptance Capital is donating a portion of all commissions on every closed loan to this great cause. With 6 kids of his own, the main man knows how important being a parent is. So forget about calling anybody else. Call the main man, Anthony Caliendo, at 888-483-LOAN, or you can check him on the web, themainman.com. Fill out your application right online. 1-888-483-LOAN.
You're listening to Neil Rogers exclusively on 560 QAM.
Let's vote again, like we did November. Yeah, let's vote again, like it's around here. Do you remember when she the right to protect it? Ooh, let's vote again, until the winner is clear. Ooh, y'all, let's count the vote again. True winners won't be known unless we vote again. Oh, let's vote again. Ain't this time on paper. Oh, let's vote again. With no computer key. Don't let Bushman those men manipulate the data. Oh, let's vote again. Against the neocon queen. Let's count, recount, and recount the vote again. Don't let them flush your vote down the vote again. And let's vote again.
Okay.
And give them what they got coming. Okay, let's vote again. Until the winner is clear. Okay, let's vote again. And keep them out of here.
1218 at 560 WQM. Here's a fax from Elmer, who needs some serious help. He says, how about Mark Vandermeer in football and Doc Emmerich in hockey, two guys who have potential but are still far from legendary. Doc Emmerich has potential? He's about 100 years old, Mike Emmerich in New Jersey. He's been doing the Devil Games since they started the franchise, I believe. How about Doc Emmerich and guys have potential? Now, Mark Vandermeer, now see, he's like a young up-and-comer, right?
Right.
He's good. He's very good. Will you say he's ever going to be legendary? No. No, see, even Josh agrees with that. No, he's very good. It's not a shot. It's just the idea that it's just a whole different genre, man. There are some people who are very distinctive and very great, and they've got like they're one of a kind, and we don't have those no more.
Well, plus nowadays they just throw a lot of ex-athletes.
Oh, well, that was the beginning and the end. That's why now you got your thumb on it. Because that's where the whole thing of sportscasting started going downhill, is when all the illiterate ex-jocks started becoming so-called sportscasters. People who couldn't spell the only sentence they could do was like 10 to 20. Pathetic. And that's why a lot of people with talent, they decided to go in other areas, because there were very few opportunities for like real broadcasters to become sportscasters anymore, unless you used to wear a jockstrap a lot, or showered with the guys, or both. Sports, now I didn't find this other thing yet, but very interestingly, one of the polls they're taking on SI in anticipation of the championship games this weekend and the Super Bowl. Who's the best quarterback still alive in the playoffs? Ben Roethlisberger of the Steelers, Donovan McNabb of the Eagles, Michael Vick of Atlanta, or Tom Brady of New England. Now, who do you think won that poll, Josh?
Let's go with Tom Brady.
Oh, good choice out of over 10,000 votes. 7% for Ben, 19% for Donovan. I guess I probably rushed didn't vote for him. 14% for Michael Vick, and 60% for Tom Brady. How do you like that?
Oh!
He's doing it. 60%. They're finally catching on, see? They're finally giving credit where credit is due. Okay, let's get off of this sports talk stuff, okay? Sports talk is terminal and ponderous. Plus, you people don't know any sportscasters. WQAM, hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hey, how you doing, Neil?
Great.
Hey, I just want to make a comment, if you don't mind, about, the lady that ran over the two people there. Pembroke Pines.
Yes, the 80-year-old woman, right.
Yeah. What's it going to take? I mean, it happens so much, especially this time of year, when a lot of snowbirds are here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what is the state going to do about people with, that are that old driving? I mean...
You want an honest answer? They're going to do absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I mean, or what can the people do? What can we as drivers that are out there? Not even drivers. It's just people innocently walking through the parking lot.
Right. That's right.
I guess it's
being a pedestrian. Stay home a lot, man. Stay home a lot. That's the only answer.
Just put it on the list with one other reason to move the hell out of here. I don't know.
You got it. Amen.
Anyway, Neil, I'm a huge Steeler fan, but they're going to have a hard time against New England. I really think so, even at home,
Yeah.
But anyway, good luck to us, pal.
Good luck to everybody.
That's all I got.
Except the Steelers. Okay, thanks. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular Wireless lines. We didn't even put your buddy on there, Dave Van Boring, on the list. Not that we're making a list, but is he going to be legendary?
Well, he's been around a long time.
Is he going to be legendary? Oh, that's right. He's been around a long time, so he wouldn't qualify anyway. Got you off the hook. For old time's sake. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Okay, good call. WQAM, hello. Now, what just happened with the phone?
I give up.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Pretty good.
Let me get this radio turned off.
Please.
Good God, damn thing. Remotes don't work.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
We got Joyce in the building, and he's spewing out, the GD thing. Cut the crap, Pally, okay? 5670560, pound 560, and I think these calls are coming from inside the building. Remember when a stranger calls with Charles Durning?
Right, maybe that was Joyce.
The call is coming from inside the building. That was Joyce doing a voice. And believe me, that wouldn't be my first choice.
Rumor is she looks like Dr. Ruth.
Yeah, on a bad day. WQAM, hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes.
How you doing? I just want to let you know this is a Latin woman from Hollywood that listens to you every day and smokes one. I want to say hello to George. Hi, George. Mwah, besos.
You know it.
Okay.
I love you. I love you guys.
Okay, see ya.
Bye.
WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
How about Chris Berman? He don't call games, but he's a sportscaster.
Actually, he does call games. They've had him on there doing some play-by-play, which is a bad mistake. No, but I'm talking about a play-by-play guy. I like Chris Berman. He's very funny, and he's very creative, and he's original. He's unique, but he's not what we're looking for.
Mandich?
But you're right, he's good.
Mandich?
Mandich also doesn't do play-by-play. He's a color guy, the best.
Okay, Gene Deckerhoff.
Yeah, Gene Deckerhoff's pretty new. He's been only doing what, for about 40 years now?
He's doing the Bucks games. I don't know.
He's been doing the Bucks games since the inception. What year did the Bucks start playing the NFL? When was John McKay around? About 100 years ago?
About 86.
86?
I don't know.
Get out of here. Look it up. Do a Google on that, Josh. Tampa Bay Bucks. See what year they started a franchise.
And Neil, you're the luckiest guy alive. Every time I hear your show, you win on Fox Pay or Wheel of Fortune, man. You break my heart.
Losing my ass, man. Don't worry about it.
Have a great day.
You too. Like I said yesterday, gamblers don't talk about the losings. Anybody that's a gambler that tells you that they win is a liar. I don't care who it is. Anybody who tells you, I don't care if it's Andy Byer, rhymes with liar, they're full of crap. Because the one thing I've learned over the years, especially at the track, is, everybody, I had this, I had the super, something great. I'm real happy for you. You are losing your ass, okay? Here comes the money, and there goes your money. Take only that cash when you gamble that you can afford, that discretionary cash, that you can lose it, you can burn it, whatever. Have a good time, and if you leave it behind, which you probably will, say, that was a good couple of hours, or whatever, and that's it. I would never, ever want to come on here and mislead anybody thinking I'm making money at Woodbine or gambling, at anything, because it's a lie. It's bull crap. But every now and then you get lucky, and then those are the ones you want to talk about, right? Who wants to hear about, I lost $4,000. Yeah, who wants to hear that, right?
Not nobody.
I don't want to hear other people whining about how much they lost. It's like the people inside there. There was a woman, this was at Christmas time, okay? This was about a week before Christmas, all through the house. And this lady comes along. I don't want to get into a racial thing, but nevertheless, she comes along. And I'd seen her a couple of times. It's kind of like a fraternity out there. Everybody gets to know all the regulars. And she says to me, oh, my gosh, I left the house. I had $3,000. I went out to buy all the kids' Christmas gifts today, and I came here instead. Now, do I need to even tell you the rest of the story?
Go ahead. I need closure.
No, you know the rest of the story. I guess the kids probably had to steal the Christmas gifts or something because there was no cash to buy them any Christmas gifts. She left the house with $3,000 to buy the kids all their Christmas gifts for the whole family, right?
Right.
But instead she made a pit stop at the casino at Woodbine. Well, to make a long story short, bada bing, the money's all gone. Look, what do I want to hear about that for? I mean, what a schmuck, what an idiot. What are you doing here? WQAM, hello. QAM.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Hey, that Archbishop, man, you don't think they had a direct bat line to those insurgents that told them you better tighten up?
Or else, we're going to drop them in a Baba Grande. I think the Pope called and said we're going to molest all your children if you don't cut the crap, and they let them go right away. Have a great day, pal. Yeah. 5670560, pound 560. The poll I don't refer to too much today. It's got 8 million names on there because it's not even a contest.
Scott, now in the...
Yeah, we know. Who is the hottest babe who's been on a beaded curtain on neilrogers.com on our fine website? And so far we got, Stu Gotts, 489 votes, 489. Carmela de Caesar, De Cesare. Don't you like that better, though?
I do.
De Cesare. There's something schmaltzy about that Italiano, man. Carmela's got 134, Halle Berry 21, Angelina Jolie's got 21, Anna Cornajolia 19, Carmen Electra 16, Alyssa Milano 15, Charlize Theron 14. She's only got 14. She's pretty hot.
Yeah, damn hot.
Well, she's only got 14 votes. Elle McPherson's got 10, and after that it's single digits all along.
You're listening to Neil Rogers. QAM. WQAM is proud to announce Howard David is dead.
Hey, they killed Howard!
Forget about it. Consequently, after days of intensive shock therapy, management emerged with a brand new lineup for the vacationing Howard David. Starting tomorrow, wake up with the Joe Mark and Son Show. Radio the way it was intended to be, with periodic sports updates by Gildy. That's the Joe Mark and Son Show, now on 560 WQAM.
12:30 at your sports-intensive station, 560 WQAM. We're a little sports-intensive today, too much so, I think. By the way, I said John Wooden. I meant John McKay, of course. Didn't I say John Wooden?
I don't know.
I was talking about the Bucks. 1976, by the way, the Bucks joined the NFL. Josh?
He's gone.
What do you mean he's gone?
I don't know. He got up and left. I think he was disgusted by all your comments.
Was he really? Oh, he probably got hurt because I talked bad about his buddy there, Dave Van Boring, his sidekick on the Marlin games. Hey, Dave, Van Boring is a compliment. It's an understatement.
Want to tell Joyce what you're doing.
Oh, anyway. Anyway, the Seminoles, Gene Deckerhoff, who is very, very good, by the way. I don't know, legendary, certainly at the FSU and on the West Coast, became one of only 4 announcers ever inducted into the Florida Sports Hall of Fame, and calling FSU football since '79, FSU basketball since '74. How many years is that? 31, it sounds like to me. Bucks in '79, all sorts of other things. He's good, Gene Deckerhoff. I like him a lot. But nevertheless, he's been around a long time.
Buck's been around since '76, by the way.
I just got through saying that while you were out taking a dump or whatever you were doing.
Okay. Well, I walked in on the end of it.
On the end of your dump?
What's my dump?
Wow.
We want to hear Jeff Garcia.
Okay, here we go.
Somebody,
too much sports today. Too much sports. They're going to get upset.
Got a screen. West right slot. 2J. You drive. Halfback screen right. On 1.
That was it.
Get out of here. That was Harvey Firestein. That was Jeff Garcia?
That's what the clip says.
Got a screen. Got a screen. West right slot. 2J. You drive. Halfback screen right. On 1.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
Was this the guy that was supposed to be doing,
Carmela,
supposedly?
yeah.
Yeah, well,
Fag hag. She must
she's
be
still
another
pure
one of those.
then.
Yeah. Maybe she's a dyke.
See, George. All right.
Yeah. That's your ultimate fantasy anyway. Maybe she's a dyke because
she
the fag hag's generally speaking, you know.
Oh, man. That's a double R.
Or maybe she just likes spreading it around. Maybe she's just a beard, you know.
No, we know better.
You never know from those pictures. 5670560, pound 560. That was just, I can't even get over that. If that wasn't either Richard Simmons or Harvey Firestein, I have known many flamers in my time. Even Freaky Carlos seems butch compared to that. WQAM, hello.
Yeah, hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
What, you got Marv Albert up there when he used to do the Rangers and the Knicks?
Marv Albert's been doing games for about 35 years now.
I know, but he was great in the 70s when the Knicks and the Rangers were good.
Well, he's still very good. He's great, but I mean, he's not a newcomer that just came along in the last few years.
No,
What's his son's name, the one that does the NFL? Albert, awful.
There's Steve Albert.
No, that's his brother.
Al Albert.
No, that's his other. I think those two are his brothers, and he's got a son that does the NFL who's horrible.
I don't know, Herb Albert.
Yeah, Herb Alpert. Okay, Beth, thanks. Herb Alpert. He's got some big brass is what I hear. No, come on, you know what his name is. You talk about the 42-yard line. He's terrible.
Lenny Martez.
It's Lenny Martez. He sounds like Lenny Martez. And the only reason he's got the job is because he's Marv Albert's son. Boy, he's bad. I'd love to hear, Mo. I just one time would like to hear any of our people criticize, like Sam Rosen, for example. I like Sam. He's a good guy. I've been doing the Rangers 100 years, but he's got that New York Jewy sound, kind of like Mo has. The same. They both have that same New York affectation, which doesn't mean Mo is a bad sportscaster, which he's not, but he's just got that real heavy New York Jewish sound. And the same with Sam Rosen. I like Sam on a hockey, although John Davidson never lets him say anything. But on football, he is just not good. Not good. They just got too many games and too few announcers. That's their problem in the NFL. And, of course, too many illiterate ex-jocks. Too many people like Randy Cross, who make me very cross when I hear anything out of his mouth. Or people like Chris Collinsworth. Or, of course, the unctuous Phil Simms. People like that. Here's the fact that's from Vernon. I heard they let the priest go because every time they got near... he kept taking his robe off. Oh, that's so weak, Vernon. It's so weak. It's weak. Say hi to your boyfriend, by the way, Vernon. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Kenny Albert.
Kenny Albert. Now, do you like him?
No, I don't like him at all.
Don't you agree? He sounds like he's got a mouth full of mush.
You could say mush or something else.
Well,
sure.
yeah, or something else, right, exactly. Don't forget, Joyce is in the building, man. Watch it. Thanks a lot.
All right.
Kenny Albert, that's the guy. He is horrible. Not just bad, he's terrible. I mean, there's some guys that are just, they're not too great, but they're not terrible. But like Don Criqui, he's okay. He's been around a zillion years, and he's long in the tooth. But I can handle him doing a game. You know Don Criqui?
Who?
Who's also done some of those, like E.T. shows. I forget which one he was on. He was on one of those Inside Edition, one of those 80,000 entertainment shows. In fact, that's where that obnoxious Pat O'Brien came from. He used to be a sports nerd guy, Pat O'Brien. You know, the idiot with the mustache that's on, what's that show he's on?
I don't know.
Extra. Is that the one?
Oh, there, yeah.
Yeah, Pat O'Brien. Jerk, clown, silly guy. 567-0560, pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular Wireless line. Well, who do you like, Neil? I got a whole list I could give you, but I'm not going to waste your time with that. Really great broadcasters, and of course most of you wouldn't know who any of them are anyway. WQAM, hello.
How about Tim Hardaway?
Tim Hardaway? Yeah, what sport does he announce?
He does color commentary on the Heat game sometimes.
Yeah, and he's a great sport. He's a great play-by-play announcer. Tim Hardaway? Get help, pal. Get some help. Remember they were singing that in Godfather 3 in that scene?
Yeah, they were.
Joey Zaza?
Was it in Godfather 3?
Huh? Yeah, oh, that's right. It was when Sophia was giving the check for $80 trillion to Michael from the, what was the name of that foundation? I remember that. And Joey Zaza was there.
The Guinea Foundation.
And they were all dancing, the music was going, and all of a sudden the door opens and it's Joey Zaza and his henchman, and he goes, buddy-buddy-bazoop-bazoop, and all of a sudden they stop, and Connie goes, come on, let's keep singing and pretend we're not peeing in our pants, because Joey Zaza's here. Or whichever one of them Goombas it was. 5670560, pound 560. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
The Fanucci Foundation. Was that
something
Fanucci?
like that. Don Fanucci.
Oh, that was Don Fanucci. The Faducci Foundation. WQAM line 9. Hello. Hope you enjoyed it. WQAM, hello.
Can I be a broadcaster?
Probably on this station. QAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, one of the most recognizable voices in South Florida, Tom Carvel.
Tom Carvel.
Yes. Did the Carvel ice cream commercial?
Yeah, what does he have to do with what we're talking about?
It's from your poll the other day.
Oh, from yesterday, Tom Carvel. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, he could also have said Colonel Sanders. He had a distinctive voice. He also sounded like he had a mouthful of extra crispy. Extra lispy. Jeff Garcia was eating extra lispy. The Colonel. Oh, my children, I'm for sufficient spices. The Colonel also sounded like he had a mouthful all the time, didn't he? Of something. 5670560. Now, let's see. If they get that deal straightened out with Manage today, if that's what they're working on, which we can only pray and hope, are we going to get like some kind of a special announcement that we're going to do like a little flip-flop? Huh?
We should play a news sounder and everything if they do.
Wouldn't that be great? A little waffle, a little flip-flop. Yeah. Where the hell did you get that?
Out of the DCS.
What is that on? Do I have that?
News sounder. I would assume.
Get out of here.
We have various news sounders.
I don't have those.
Huh.
I don't have none of them. Damn it.
Ooh.
Oh, that first one.
Breaking news.
That was the old... play that first one again.
It's had to come from Broken Rhyme somehow, somewhere.
I think that was the old ABC news sounder from way back then. In fact, that was the Howard Cosell theme. Speaking of sports, Howard Cosell. Yeah, that was from 7 years ago. Okay, that's enough. I wish we had the old WBZ news theme. That was great. With Gary LaFayette, whatever his name was. See, living in the past when radio was great, now, of course, we're just hanging on by a thread because radio has been deballed. It's been just destroyed by a handful of companies. All they want to do is just make it into a money machine, and to hell with you people out there. No entertainment, no creative talent, just garbage, which is why this situation has developed I talked about today with the sportscasters. No difference. How many markets could you go into today and find a J.P. McCarthy, a Carl DeSuze, every market had one. Herb Oscar Anderson. Well, we got him. We got him. Hello again. Which bit is that?
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about. I just played it the other day.
Yeah.
He's doing the Herb Oscar Anderson. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless line. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, that lady that ran over the two shoppers, weren't they French Canadians?
The shoppers were French Canadian? Oh, in that case, I don't feel too bad about it.
No,
they were Latino, man, not French Canadian.
They're frogs, man. I think they ought to give her the key to the city and import her to Hollywood.
Frogs.
Get rid of those frogs.
Hispanic names, man. They weren't frogs. They were. I'll have to look at the name again. Okay. Yeah, but if she did run over a couple of French Canadians, in fact, what day did that happen? Was it yesterday? Because yesterday was double point day for French Canadians.
Get your fix with Neil Rogers. Weekdays from 10 to 2 on 560 WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
Why don't you go back to Canada, you Jew bastard?
Take your coat and shove it. I ain't gonna work it no more.
No.
I've had enough of all the primitive fairy tales and folklore. I'm getting tired of giving money away to all the Christian corporate whores. You can take your coat and shove it. I ain't worshiping him no more. Well, I was a Christian, soldier of God, believer all these years. All that time I followed every word of the scriptures written by queers. Get your keys, say he's a powerful God, and all-knowing in a mighty way. Except in 9/11 when he must have been gone on a busman's holiday. Take your God and shove it. I ain't gonna worship him no you're with us, 'cause everybody else is wrong. I'm getting tired of watching people die in the name of an invisible Lord.
Absolutely.
Well, take your God and shove it.
Neil, God.
I ain't worshiping him no more.
No.
Take your God and shove it. Oh! I ain't worshiping
We finally found
him
a
no
Democrat
more.
with some balls. Senator Barbara Boxer, California, is ripping Condoleezza an ass.
On July 30th,
Good.
2003,
You go, girl.
you were asked by PBS NewsHour's Gwen Ifill if you continued to stand by the claims you made about Saddam's nuclear program in the days and months leading up to the war. In what appears to be an effort to downplay the nuclear weapons scare tactics you used before the war, your answer was, and I quote, "It was a case that said he was trying to reconstitute. He's trying to acquire nuclear weapons. Nobody ever said that it was going to be the next year." So that's what you said to the American people on television. Nobody ever said it was going to be the next year. Well, that wasn't true, because 9 months before you said this to the American people, what had George Bush said, President Bush, at his speech at the Cincinnati Museum Center? If the Iraqi regime is able to produce, buy, or steal an amount of highly enriched uranium a little larger than a single softball, it could have a nuclear weapon in less than a year. So the president tells the people there could be a weapon. 9 months later, you said no one ever said he could have a weapon in a year, when in fact the president said it. And here's the real kicker. On October 10th, 2004, on Fox News Sunday with Chris Wallace 3 months ago, you were asked about CIA Director Tennant's remark that prior to the war, he had, quote, made it clear to the White House that he thought the nuclear weapons program was much weaker than the program to develop other WMDs. Your response was this. The intelligence assessment was that he was reconstituting his nuclear programs, that left unchecked, he would have a nuclear weapon by the end of the year. So here you are, first contradicting the president and then contradicting yourself. So it's hard to even ask you a question about this, because you are on the record basically taking two sides of an issue. And this does not serve the American people. If it served your purpose to downplay the threat of nuclear weapons, you said, no one said he's going to have it in a year. But then later, when you thought perhaps you were on more solid ground with the American people, because at the time the war was probably popular, or more popular, you say, we thought he was going to have a weapon within a year. And the question is, this is a pattern here.
You bet. Oh, she's the best. Barbara Boxer. Unlike her soulmate there, Dianne Feinstein, who was sitting there at the table holding Condoleezza's hand and squeezing it, and her hand too. How do you like that?
I like it a lot.
If we only had like 75 Barbara Boxers near, Condoleezza wouldn't be getting confirmed. We wouldn't be ratifying any more of this fascist bullcrap, any more of these so-called invasions. Well, I mean, what kind of crap is this, man? People are dying every day. Oh, but we're going to have these elections. What the hell did democratic elections have to do with the excuse for going into Iraq in the first place? I think America's got collective Alzheimer's. First it was, he was an imminent threat in the mushroom cloud, and he was going to have the bombs and all these weapons of mass destruction. And then it was, he's in bed with Al-Qaeda and Osama Yamama. And now all of a sudden, out of nowhere, come in the back door. We got to spread democracy and have free and democratic elections. Based on what? Where did that come from? Where did that come from? Joyce? Yeah, let her answer it. Oh, good old Barbara. I'm so glad that we're not just getting a total whitewash. Just a total suck-up job like Joe Biden and Feinstein and some of these others have done, including Kerry. Kerry is scary, you know what? No wonder they wanted him in there, which Karl Rove admitted after the whole thing was over with. We wanted John Kerry. We didn't want somebody with balls and a big mouth that would, tell us the truth, like Howard Dean. Man. Or maybe we could have Jeff Garcia. He's a screamer. Maybe he could run.
Okay.
5670560. You can run, but you can't hide, Jeff. Pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular Wireless lines. Don't ever play that drop-in again.
Got a screen. West right slot. 2J, you drive. Halfback screen right. Almost.
Aiming. That sounds like a bit from Queer as Folk or something.
I don't even know who this guy is.
Oh, he's a quarterback. He puts his hand on the guy's ass. And then grabs the ball.
Do they smell it afterwards?
The ball? WQAM, hello. Nice talking to you. QAM, hello.
Hi, Neil. How are you?
Okay.
Listen, I didn't call to talk about the poll. I'm getting ready to leave South Florida, thank goodness.
Congratulations to you, sir.
Thank you. After 34 years. I wanted to thank you. I've been listening to you and George and listening to Boca Brian bits for the last 15, and I wanted to thank you so much for energizing my day every day during the week and getting me through the work week. And it's been a pleasure, and when I come down and visit, I'll be sure and listen to you some more. But thank you for the memories and the good
But
times.
you can listen online wherever you're going. Where are you going?
Well, yeah, I'm going over to St. Pete, but it's going to be hard to get in to access the internet when I'm working. But at times I will, Neil. But I wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart, and George, too, for the hard work you guys done for me and for everybody else. Thanks a lot.
Good luck, Pally. Congratulations.
All right.
WQAM, hello. QAM.
Can I be the water boy for the Dolphins?
WQAM, hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Just wanted to say hi. Okay, bye.
WQAM, hello.
Neil,
Yes, sir.
how about Johnny Most?
What about Johnny Most? Is he a newcomer? Johnny Most is dead.
Yeah, well, you were talking about distinctive voices, Johnny Most and Larry Glick and...
Yeah. You the guy that faxed us that stuff yesterday.
No, I didn't.
Well, somebody faxed us that, and I talked about that. That's yesterday's news. Stop going back to yesterday's poll. We already did that. Done that. Been there. Been there, done that. Jesus. What is with these people, man? That's the South Florida mentality.
Hey, we forgot to put Jack Klugman on that
all
poll.
the old Boston people. Johnny Most and Larry Glick. We went through all of that stuff, man. Johnny Most was great. Larry Glick was great. Carl DeSouza was weak. Dave Maynard was great. But that's in the past, man. You're living in the past. Get with it. Get with it. Get with the superstars, Dave O'Brien and Joe Buck.
There you go.
And Tim Hardaway. Oh, man. How could I forget? Huh?
Hardaway left wing. Left sideline, Marley. 3-point. Oh! Oh! He hit it. Oh! He hit it. Oh! He hit it. I don't mean that was a three. I mean that was from the moon. From the moon, from his restaurant, about 3 blocks from here.
Now, I'm not going to say Dave Halberstam is a great basketball announcer. He was very good. And he got screwed over badly, like most of the good guys, like Joe Angel did. Now, who does the games on the radio now on IOD? Do we know?
I don't know.
I don't know.
And I'm not asking Josh. I'm not asking you. No, you don't know? Well, then he certainly couldn't be too legendary if we don't even know what his name is. Frank says, a thought for today, a scary thought. After the anointment, W sends Congress home and declares himself president for life. Yeah, okay. Hey, listen, that's what they got in mind, man. Make no mistake about it. If they could find a way to call off another election, they would do it. Just in fact, maybe they'll do that on Inauguration Day. Maybe instead of having the usual inaugural, they'll just put a crown, a thorny crown on his head. WQAM, hello.
Yeah, I'd like to get on the air.
I beg your pardon?
I'd like to get on the air.
This is the Bob Lincoln guy. Yes, sir.
This is the what?
Go ahead.
Yeah, hello.
Yes.
Neil?
Speaking.
Yeah, listen, I want to thank you for bringing up the subject of what's happening with the television broadcasting on these on football games.
Right, terrible.
They are trashing it.
Right.
I'm becoming less and less of a fan. I sit there with a newspaper. You're the first guy to mention this. None of the sports people have mentioned it. Nobody.
No, that's because there's this sports fraternity where they all kiss each other's ass and they're afraid to criticize each other. But the fact is that most of these guys doing NFL on Fox and CBS right now are garbage.
Yeah, and I'll tell you,
crap.
Two of the worst guys for this, believe it or not, is what's his name on Monday Night Football.
What's his name is what? Al Michaels?
Yeah, Michaels and I just drew a blank here.
John Madden.
Yeah, Madden, right, exactly. They just babble on, chatter on, you go back to the game, and the same team doesn't even have the ball anymore.
Yeah, well, I used to like both of them, but the fact is they're
excellent. That's what's annoying.
They both talk too much, and Madden is too much he's become a caricature of himself, and
Yeah, I agree with you completely.
He's too busy drawing diagrams that will miss him to play it on the field, right.
Yeah, really. I'd like to see the other people out there start calling in on this and get something going.
Yeah, what do you mean, get something going? What does that mean? We're going to get all these people fired at it?
Start calling in. I don't know, I don't know how you crank up the population here, especially down here.
Yeah. Good luck to you, Pally. Good luck.
Okay,
Get some oxygen. Have a great day. Yeah, wake up the South Floridians, man. Even the thing with Dave Van Boring, as terminal as he is, I mean, how often have we ever had a call about that? It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. They had a guy, Joe Angel, who was associated with the team from the beginning of the franchise, who was liked by most people. And yeah, he did some corny things, put it in the win column, and he had some. But at least he was distinctive. He was when you heard the voice, you knew it was Joe Angel. You know, he was the voice of the Marlins. And they bring this guy in from Montreal who used to do the games on the Internet because the Expos had so few listeners they couldn't get a over-the-air affiliate. He used to do the games on the Internet. He's coma-inducing, so he's got a bad wig and a hot wife. What does that have to do with anything? And nobody wants to talk about it. It's like, like Joyce might be monitoring. We have to be afraid we say anything bad about Dave Edwards. He's terrible. He's awful. Man. Everybody is so, just like with Zagacki, okay? And again, not personal, I like Joe, but his performance is humiliating. I mean, why is everybody so afraid? If somebody stinks, why can't we say it, for crying out loud, huh?
Oh, my! Oh, my!
Exactly. Just screaming and shrieking and hysteria, just horrible.
Joe Zagacki sucks, okay?
5670560, pound 5, but what do I really think? I think he blows. Pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular Wireless lines. WQAM, hello.
Nagas.
WQAM, hello.
Hello,
Yes, sir.
Mr. Rogers.
Speaking.
How you doing, sir?
Great.
Hey, Neil, I was just on my way to work, and I was listening to your last comment about the Condoleezza Rice issue and how they're really pulling the wool over America's eyes.
Yes.
And it was an interesting comment that you made about how all of a sudden we went in on the basis of WMDs. Now all of a sudden we're being snowballed into thinking that it's for
bringing democracy. We're spreading democracy, man. Freedom's on the march.
Well, Neil, if you can recollect, okay, because I kind of had that same vision a year and a half ago, right before we went to war. Because if you notice, right after we went to war, the vision was, and I believe the media dubbed it, Iraqi freedom.
Yeah.
And so the theory of going to war a year and a half ago, based on WMD on the weapons of mass destruction, was total farce. Because
that's because the media goose-steps along, man. They're co-conspirators. That's why whatever the cliche is going to be at the banner, Karl Rove calls up the all-day media and they put it right on the bottom of the screen so you can watch it all day.
Yeah, it's a joke, man. I mean...
Good luck to us, Pally, and I'll see you at the border. Thank God for Barbara Boxer, man. She really sizzled her an ass. That was great.
You go, girl.
It was emotional. Yeah, you go, Barbara, okay? Where's the rest of the Democrats with some balls? Do you know of any? No. Not a one. Pathetic. They're going to I guess they're breaking for lunch.
Breaking up this session, it will continue in 90 minutes, as he just announced. An angry exchange there at the end between Senator Barbara Boxer and Condoleezza Rice.
Good, Barbara. Kick her ass, baby.
You're listening to Neil Rogers exclusively on 560.
Oh, boy. It's the 1 to 2 hour. All right.
We all came out to L.A. for the California sunshine. Big rains were coming in and out, but with me that's fine. Some think the rain is a mother, enough to make you nearly drown. Check it out, I got my outboard boat to help it get around town. Soaked from the water, it's not a problem, guys. Soaked from the water. Mudslide, whoops, there goes my house on the Malibu side of town. I was thinking of repainting it white, but it looks better in brown now. I'd like to invite you over if it really starts raining hard. Bring your hammer and some lumber. We'll build a crib that looks like an ark now. So from the water. For now, no problem, guys. So from the water.
102 at 560 WQAM. Got Mad Dog at 2, we believe, although they may be ironing out those problems today. You think we get any bulletins on that? Anybody come rushing in and say, oh, we got Mad Dog signed the deal? Huh?
No.
Oh, you sure? Positive?
Sure.
Are you Come on, how about a little flip-flop of that lineup today would be good. I mean, flip-flop is not the vocabulary. Just a little one. Right. Put Mo on 2 to 4, and Mad Dog 4 to 7. Default, by the way, is going to 790, 7 to 10 at night, and then in about a year he'll be doing overnights. See, generally in a business, you start out like doing overnights, and then maybe nights, and then you work your way into the daytime, and then maybe, like into a primetime spot. But his career seems to be going in the wrong direction ever since them engines got him in trouble. 567-0560, pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular Wireless line. WQAM, hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good, Pally.
The Heat guy is Mike Inglis, and he's pathetic. They should bring Dave Halberstam back. And
yeah, Halberstam got screwed, man, real bad.
And you know what? Who really sucks is why do they have this Tony Serra jackass on? He is terrible. They have an open mic on this guy during the NFL games.
Oh yeah, Tony Siracusa. He's
horrible. Oh my God!
Right.
He can't even get the players' names right. He called him Warwick Dunn. He was called Warwick. Warwick Dunn.
Oh, yeah, Dionne Warwick Dunn. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Anyway,
that's what I heard about her too. By the way, Dionne Warwick's done. Ever since that phony psychic network went off, she's done.
Yeah, she's done. Anyway, it's a beautiful day down here, but the people are still jackasses.
Okay, thanks for the good news, Pally. Yeah, it's sunny and 19 below right now. Minus 19 Celsius. It is freezing. And you know what? Who cares? I got the heat on. Sunny out there. I'll run over to the market, get some groceries, come back in, and just batten down the hatches. You know? What's not to like?
Stay away from the ice cream.
No.
All right.
I don't know about that. You're right. I better do that. Maybe just get a couple of, like, ice cream
bars.
Rolo, not bars, but like cone things. You know, those Rolo cones? You ever like Rolo?
Yeah, like Nutty Buddies.
That is Nutty Buddies. That's for like beginners, man. It's like child's play. That's crap. Nutty Buddy.
I just like saying Nutty Buddy.
Yeah, I know.
Feeling a little nutty.
Actually, they call them drumsticks. You know, they're
right.
terrible.
There's different brands and different things.
They're drumstick. Oh, brother, forget about that crap.
I like the kind that's got the chocolate in the tip of the cone there, whatever those are. At the bottom, like a big chunk of chocolate.
That's the Rolo.
Okay, all right, yeah, that was the one.
At the bottom.
At the tip, yeah.
Yeah, at the very bottom tip.
Oh, yeah.
Well, actually, the cone and the Rolo cone, the cone is made out of chocolate. There is no cone.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? Have you ever had one of those?
I don't think so. Maybe that's.
It's got the ice cream on the top, and the cone is all solid chocolate. This is disgusting. First you start out, stay away from the ice cream, and then you know at 2 o'clock I'm going to go rushing over there and get a bunch of that crap.
I might, too.
WQAM, hello.
Hi, I just saw Greg Reed and Prince Harry making out.
Oh, it doesn't surprise me. Birds of a feather hanging together.
Who was wearing the swastika?
Yeah, who was wearing the swastika and who was wearing the dress? WQAM, or the kilts. Prince Harry wears the kilts. QAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, while we're talking about bad commentators, how about this one short guy that does interviews with the boxers with a bad hair plug? He'd make you not want to watch any boxing matches.
Who?
The short guy after the boxing matches.
Get a new phone and call me back when I can understand your phone. What was he, underwater? He was calling from a fishbowl, I think. Seriously, could you understand what he was saying?
Not a word. Boxers.
I heard about the bad boxers' hair. I don't know. Don King. I don't know. WQAM. Hello.
Neil, I wonder if that McDonald's CEO that died is still loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
WQAM. Hello.
Neil.
He deserved a break today. Yes, sir.
Neil, you're a mighty gonzone, brother.
WQAM. Hello. WQAM. Hello.
Hey, Pally.
Yes, sir.
Jamie Presley. I mean, what is with these people? I'm going to put my vote on for her about 65 times.
Yeah.
On the thing. And also, this Jeff DeForest, I want to send an email to Jeff DeForest. It'll go like this.
Oh, no.
John Killer.
That was bad.
Brutal.
567-0560. Pound 560. Maybe he's going to, since he had that problem with the Seminoles, maybe now he'll go over with the Miccosukkies. Or I think that's who it was, wasn't it?
I think it was.
Wasn't it the Miccosukkies or whichever? I don't know. He's always got all these different scams going on the side. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
What's worse about these NFL commentators are the ones where the egos get in the way, where they have the Iron Man award like Filipino Sims has.
He has an Iron Man award?
Yeah, every year he has the Iron Man award, and like John Madden has the All-Madden.
Madden's been doing that for a long time, yeah. Oh, Phil Simms, I mean, you talk about a legend in his own mind. He just, everybody I know who
he's
watches
horrible.
the NFL just despises him.
And how does he get to call all the Patriot games? It seems like every time you turn on a Patriots game, he's calling the game off.
Because they know I'm watching, they do it just to piss me off.
That's all I got, Neil.
Good luck to us, Pally.
All right.
Dave Dalby, make people stay home, run for fun, throw for dough.
You don't try to do anything different. You do what's got you there. Whatever got you there, that's what you do. And everybody knew we tried to get the ball down.
Kenny Stabler, baby.
We were a team that we were going to look downfield before we look underneath.
Cliff Branch, touchdown, Oakland.
Wanting to prove themselves once and for all, Baltimore was eager to face the defending champs.
I grew up with the Raiders. I mean, I was playing my friends. I still lived in Oakland. It was the first time that we had played them since I was
Raymond Chester. Let's see, what game is this? This is 77. Actually, it was the Los Angeles Raiders that year. LA Raiders and the Baltimore Colts. Probably ought to hear the whole thing. Would you think it would be a good idea?
Play it.
Either that or Jeff Garcia. 5670560, pound 560. Just imagine. Get out of here. Now, let's see. Let's look at the last two teams he played for. Didn't he play for the 49ers before he played for the Browns?
Yes.
Now, those are the two worst teams in the league. Probably just a coincidence. WQAM, hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Regarding the commentary thing?
Yes.
The best commentator by far is got to be Boomer. Chris Berman. He's got to be the best right now, at least.
But they don't do play-by-play. We're talking about play-by-play guys.
Oh, okay,
I
play-by-play.
don't know what the Boomer. What's the big deal with the Boomer? He doesn't do anything for me.
He's a lot better than everybody else, man. Everybody's horrible,
Chris Berman, I mean, if you want to talk about studio guys or, those guys, Chris Berman's great.
Yeah, he is. And Chris Collinsworth's got to be the worst one out there.
Just obnoxious, man. I'd like to put a shovel right down his puss.
You're not the only one. You too, man.
Okay. Him and I hope he elopes with Phil Simms. In fact, Jeff Garcia, Phil Simms, and Chris Collinsworth. What a three that would be, huh? Just all the three of them elope to a desert island and get lost there. WQAM, hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Down to your poll, the worst is Marv Albert. And that last caller was talking about the boxing. He was talking about Larry Merchant from HBO.
Yeah.
He sucks.
Okay,
Love
thanks.
you, Neil.
Thanks for the good news. 5670560. Larry Merchant sucks, he said. Pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular Wireless lines. WQAM, hello. QAM, hello. QAM, hola.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
All right.
WQAM, hello.
Yeah, they need to get rid of Greg Gumbel. That dude's a chump.
Yeah, Greg Gumbel has been relegated out of his studio now. He's starting to move toward the door, which is good. Now that should prove my point to you, man. Greg Gumbel, he was their lead guy. He was the number one guy on CBS until they finally wised up and swapped him out with Jim Nantz. Now, what does that tell you? That makes my point. They don't have anybody any good.
No, they don't. Have a good one.
And you too. How come I put that guy on hold? It wasn't that good of a call, you know? How come I can't get rid of it now? There it is. 5670560, pound 560 on the bar. If it would have been Juan from Little Havana, I'd have put him on hold for Mo.
Hey, check your email during the break.
Why?
I forwarded along a little video clip. The same person that sent the Jeff Garcia clip.
Yeah.
It's about Jeff Garcia and Carmelo, the whole family.
But I don't have time to do it during the break. Don't you understand? Look at that log, man.
Oh, that's right.
It's spot-free radio. QAM, hello. With a bad hum job on the phone. WQAM, hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, could I speak to Neil?
Speaking.
Neil, how are you?
Okay, how are you?
Okay. How about the guy that does the play-by-play for the soccer game? Whatever, the guy goes,
What does that have to do with what we're talking about today? Get out of here with this crap, man. Some of you people, the same neurotic repetition. Andres Cantor, goal. What does that have to do with what we're talking about? Get out of here. I don't want to hear it. Has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Andres Cantor, man. Oh, he's good, though. That's a good point. No, we were talking before about all sports. The guy's right, but we've been concentrating on the NFL. Why? There are no good NFL announcers. Well, of course.
Of course.
With that exception. And it sure ain't Dick Stockton, I'll tell you that. Man, that guy is so bland and so boring and so colorless. He's like tapioca pudding, man. And don't give me this, because I know what the response will be. Dick Stockton is highly respected, and he's been doing CBS for a zillion. Well, it's no big deal. So is, what's his name, Kenny Albert there with a mush in his mouth. They just don't have anybody. They bring out all these old hacks that have been hanging around. Jesus. 12 minutes after, did I mention the fact, which game did Brett Mousberger do, the bowl game where they totally missed a play? I told you that, didn't I? When the ball hit the ground and bounced up into the receiver's hands. I forget which bowl game that was. And they missed it. And the play went right on, and the officials blew it. and they're like talking crap. See, there's too much talking crap and not paying attention to the game. That's what bugs me. You know what I'm saying? If you want to hear somebody talk crap, tune into this show. That's what we do every day. We talk crap for 4 hours. We don't get paid to broadcast some event, like some sporting event. We get paid to talk crap.
Caca.
Right, that's it. That's our specialty, man. Hey, resolve yourself to a better night's sleep in 2005 by calling 1-800-MATTRESS right now. Nothing's got a bigger impact on your daily health, well-being, and productivity than a good night's sleep, and you can guarantee yourself one tonight and for years to come. If you call Dial a Mattress right now at 1-800-MATTRESS, they'll be knocking at your door in no time at all. If your mattress is more than 10 years old, or it's getting saggy or lumpy, and the mattress too, then it's time for a brand new one. Choose from a complete line of Sealy, Inserta, Simmons, King Coil, Tempur-Pedic, Stearns, and Bananas Foster. Ooh, I do like Bananas Foster a lot. Dial a Mattress takes same-day orders all day long from Kettle to Stewart, Palm Beach to Fort Myers, and like I've been telling you for years and years, you still pick the date and 2-hour delivery window you want your mattress delivered. And they're mighty proud of their delivery record. On-time deliveries 99.7% of the time. Dial a Mattress even won the 2004 Better Business Bureau Local Torch Award for Excellence, and believe you me, use them once and you realize why I tell you it's the easiest piece of shopping you'll ever do. So forget about wasting your time, gas, and effort in your bedding in department stores and all that cash, too. Make the one easy call, and that's all you have to do. 1-800-MATTRESS, or log on to their website, mattress.com. Dial a Mattress, 1-800-MATTRESS.
You're listening to Neil Rogers exclusively on 560 QAM.
Wonderful WQAM.
The Miami Dolphins are going to the Super Bowl.
All right.
The Miami Dolphins Super Bowl halftime show. If you think watching men in tights is exciting, wait till you see them in tights and pumps. They might not be good at playing football, but they sure can dance. The Miami Dolphins Super Bowl halftime show, featuring A.J. Feely, who will expose his breasts.
Touchy, Feely, A.J. Feely.
And the Olindo Maury high kick dancers. Let the Miami Dolphins dazzle you with all their sparkling South Beach glamour. Don't miss the funniest football team since the movie Guts with the Miami Dolphins Super Bowl halftime show.
They play like men and they look like women.
I'm just thinking if the Dolphins could make a deal and get Jeff Garcia for quarterback, I guarantee you they'd pack him in next season.
Oh.
118 at 560 WQAM. Let's see who's winning our poll. Is there any doubt, man? The lovely Carmelo. She is unbeatable. Unmatchable. Carmelo de Caesar. See, I can't even say it right anymore. De Cesare. Carmelo de Caesar, 177. Halle Berry, 26. I mean, that's a landslide. Angelina Jolie, 25. Carmen Electra, 24. Anna Cornahoida, 21. Alyssa Milano, 19. Charlize Theron, 17. Elle Macpherson, 14. Sofia Vergara, 11. Barbie Benton's got 10. Everybody else in single digits, including Jamie Presley, that the guy was foaming at the mouth about only 6. Only 6, Pally. You better get to work on it. 567. What? I know he'd like to. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular Wireless line. WQAM, hello. WQAM, hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'd like to speak to Neil.
Speaking.
Neil, you are a genius, man. Let me tell you something.
Yes, I am.
America needs more of you. Now, a good voice besides yours would be, I would say, Marty Brenneman from the Cincinnati Reds.
But he's been there for 85 years.
Yeah, he's been there, I guess, about 35 years now.
Sure, that's the kind of guy I'm talking about. He's legendary. That there just aren't. And now his son Tom Brenneman's pretty mediocre, who did the Cubs for a little bit, and now he's doing some other crap. He's a weak.
He's terrible. He's like Joe Buck. Joe Buck blows.
Now, see, what is all the big deal? Why are all these people so impressed with Joe Buck? Is it because everybody else is so bad?
I think so. I think it's just gene pool,
That must be it.
Absolutely. Listen, Neil, you're the greatest.
Okay, thanks a lot, pal. Yeah, Joe Buck is very mediocre at best. He's just a voice. He has no distinguishing calls or just nothing. He's just he's like a 60 cycle tone. There's nothing special there. There's nothing distinctive that you can give me about him. Like his father, Jack Buck, forgetting about anything else, just the gruff voice. Like that. He was great. Just a distinctive gruff voice. When you heard the voice, you knew immediately it was Jack Buck. You heard Joe Buck's voice, it could be Joe Buck, it could be Dave, what's his name, O'Brien. It could be like any one of these. When you got the baseball package, man, and you flip from one channel to another, then you realize that it all is lost. There is a guy who does the Cleveland Indian games. His name is John. Oh, man, I wish I could think of his name. This guy makes Dave Van Boring sound like a Mexican jumping bean in heat. That's how coma-inducing the guy is. There's the Indian. John Simpson, whatever his name is. He is brutal. Brutal. And he's doing Major League Baseball. Ralph Kiner, how many years after he had the stroke was he still on the Mets games? The guy can't even speak at all. He had a bad, debilitating stroke, and they still put him on there like a sympathy vote in the #1 market in the country. How do you like that? Think anybody has any idea what I'm talking about?
No.
Good. That's why I like it. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Michael Song.
WQAM, hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hi, I was just wondering, is there anywhere to get, like, your noises, like, on, like, a sound maker or something like that?
No. No chance. Here's one for you, though. And another one. And we got a whole bunch of others we can't play anymore, especially with Joyce in the building. WQAM, hello.
Myron Cope and
WQAM, hello. Myron Cope is old news. QAM, hello.
Neil.
Yep.
I got to tell you, the all-time worst guy doing sports is Dan Deerdorf. I don't know if anybody mentioned it, but I swear to you, I once heard him talking about receivers and tight ends going to the hot tub after the game. All-time hottest chick, that Carmela, I saw on your website. I Yahoo'd her or Googled whatever. She's everywhere. She's beautiful. She's got such a
You should only pray that she's everywhere, man. A lot of guys are wishing for that. 567-0560, pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular Wireless line. Sounds like some of these people come a little bit unglued today. Maybe I'm wrong, but...
No, well, what else is there?
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Uncle Dave, how you doing?
Okay.
Listen, I got two guys I think they're absolutely terminal. It's Larry Merchant and Jim Lampley.
Oh, Jim Lampley. Oh, he's still smoking a big fat one there at ABC, right. Horrible.
Oh, my God. Again and again and again.
Yeah, again and again is right.
And the one guy I like, but I don't think he'd qualify, is that Tom...
I do like about a gain of 15 yards when Corey Dillon's carrying the ball. Yes.
It's Tom Durkin, but I wouldn't really qualify because the track announcer. I love him.
Okay, see ya. WQAM, hello.
Yeah, how about Brent Double Cheeseburger?
Brent Mouseburger?
Yeah.
How about him? Now, people are just calling it with names now. I don't know what that. Do you know what that
Fill
means?
the poll. Maybe they don't know what the poll is.
We're not doing a poll. We're doing a poll about hot babes from our website is what the poll is.
They don't know that.
Just call in and give us a name, okay? Somebody connected with sports. A broadcaster, water boy, towel boy, somebody who might be...
Blaming.
Let's see. Here's Obsidian, who says, Carmela has a very pretty face, and if you're a boob guy like George, and yes, George, some men can get past boobs and know that the best parts lay southward, I guess she's great. But from the... Oh, get out of here, Obsidian, with your obsidious comments, okay? Go back to India, wherever the hell you're from. Oh, my God. Vanessa Williams and Charlize Theron will get my vote. Well, fine. Fine, but you don't have to knock Carmela. She is impeccable, man. She is spotless,
just to clear
pristine.
it up, because he's confused. I like boobs, period.
What difference does it make? I mean, from head to toe, man, she's pristine. But right away, this guy's got to start bad-mouthing Carmela. Even I take that
big
personal.
is good, but shape is much more important.
567-0560, pound 560 in the Verizon and Singular Wireless line. How about Alex Karras? Huh?
What do his boobs look like?
There's a name. Oh, he had big boobs.
Oh?
Yeah, believe me. Weighed about 350 pounds. WQAM, hello.
What's up, Neil? I got a good poll question for you, man.
Yeah.
Who's the best clutch quarterback in the playoffs of all time?
Yeah, talk to one of the sports shows about that. He's got a good poll question for me. Well, what is this turning into a sports show today? How did this start? Who's responsible for this? I think Josh is responsible.
Yeah, let's blame him.
No.
Yeah.
Your,
no, seriously, how did we get into this?
It's your Phil Simms talk.
No. It had nothing to do with before Phil Simms.
I don't think so.
It was something about you raving about how great Joe Buck was. Yeah, I know damn well that's what started it.
Yeah, that's what it was.
You said he's almost as good as Dave Van Boring, but not quite. WQAM, hello.
Jim Lampley's wife has lobster claws for hands.
Yeah, we already know about that. Okay, it's old news. Okay, she's got lobster claws.
Flipper feet. They're flipper fins.
Get out of here with that. That's in very poor taste. Oh, it's true. What is her name, by the way? I forgot.
Bree.
Bree Walker. Well, I didn't ask you about cheese. I said, what's her name?
Yeah, Bree Walker.
I know who it is.
I still do her in spite of her flipper feet.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, one guy I personally like myself was Chick Hearn.
Chick Hearn was great, but he's another one of those legendary guys.
Yeah, I know. Anything else, Robin? No, that's it, buddy. Thanks.
Oh. Yeah, let's go on till about 3:30. What do you say?
No.
Just out of spite. I bet you Mad Dog wouldn't mind the way things are going. Although you never know. They might be I'm going to have to listen a little bit. They may be ironing out the wrinkles after I come back from over there at the market, buying 40 or 50 of those Rolo things, Rolo cones. You had to start, man. I was doing just fine. It was far from my mind, you know. And you had to start with that ice cream crap.
Don't do it.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir. Yep.
How about Chris Schenkel?
What about him?
What about him?
What about him?
Chris Kringle?
Not Chris Schenkel, Chris Schenkel.
I know Chris Schenkel. He did the Giants games. I already mentioned it before. What about him?
And I'm just, a distinctive kind of voice. And Kirk Gowdy.
Kirk Gowdy, right. Kirk Gowdy's overrated. I never was a big Kirk Gowdy fan. Chris Schenkel, one of the great lines. Chris Schenkel, the Giants were playing the Redskins, 1956. And Chris Schenkel, of course, the game's back in the day, and everything was, still live. And one of the Giants, I don't know whether it was Frank Gifford, one of the running backs made a great move, and he said, Chris Schenkel, breathlessly says at the end of the play, he faked him out of his jockstrap. And then, of course, back in that day, 56, you couldn't say Giant. Then he said, he faked him out of his shoes, as if by saying shoes, we would forget the fact he just said jockstrap. You know what I mean? Didn't work, Chris. We remembered it. And by the way, that's when they shipped him off to do bowling, Chris Schenkel. Wonder what happened to my good friend Gary Seibel. I wonder if he's still doing the bowling on TV. Good guy, Gary Seibel. Boy, he sure got a lot of action. 27 after 1 at 560 WQAM. Did you earn less than $50,000 last year? If the answer is yes, it's time for a career change. Pick up the phone and call Fast Train toll-free at 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. Fast Train can have you trained ready for your new high-paying career in as little as 4 short months, if you can count that high. Fast Train offers high-demand, high-pay career training. If you like computers, if you ever thought about becoming a computer network professional, call Fast Train toll-free, 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. When you call, be sure and tell them that Todd Breck told you to call. They will pee in their pants laughing. The demand for computer professionals right now is at an all-time high, and Fast Train can have you trained and ready for that new career in no time, like I think I just said, in just 4 months. Fast Train's got locations all over town. You'll find a location in Kendall, they're in Miami, Pembroke Pines, and Fort Lauderdale. And Fast Train offers job placement and financial aid for people who qualify as well. Don't forget, this is the way for you to get out of your dead-end job and start making some serious cash, get you some training and a real job that goes along afterward. Day, evening, and weekend classes are forming at Fast Train right now, so call them toll-free, 1-866-FAST-TRAIN.
If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning.
Hank Goldberg, weekdays 7 to 10.
Hey, stupid!
On morning station. Sports Radio 560 WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
Inside the former Soviet Union comes a new men's cologne that changes the face of sensuality. Poison. It is a fragrance so alluring it will make you sick with desire. Poison. Splash some on your face and feel the passionate burn that only poison can bring. Poison. The new cologne from the Ukrainian government. Try some for yourself, and you'll never look the same again. Poison.
Available at Assassination Target stores.
1:31, 29 till 2 at QM. I guess we got the Mad Dog at 2.
All right.
By default, because, that's we're still working that out. Not a good deal, man. Not a good situation. Have people who are disgruntled, who are at odds with the company, who are being courted by the opposition. Not a good deal to be leaving the hang like that, you know what? When in doubt, don't hang it out. And then we got Mo, speaking of not a good deal, 4 to 7, which is not what they wanted, you know. Yeldy 7 to 10 tonight, which...
All of these things.
Oh, God. Not what anybody should want any kid at 10 o'clock. That's our lineup today. We got it right down there on a sheet. President Bush is drawing heat over a $40 million splurge on inaugural balls, concerts, and candlelight dinners, while the country is in a somber mood because of the war in Iraq and the Asian tsunami. As Bush prepares for his second-term inauguration Thursday, his supporters plan to celebrate with fireworks and 3 days of parties, including a black tie and boots ball and 9 other balls. Critics say the lavish celebrations are unseemly when U.S. troops face daily violence in Iraq, and Americans are being urged to donate money to alleviate the suffering in Asia, where the December 26th tsunami killed 163,000 people so far. I just think that the sobriety of the times dictate that we be mindful of the imagery of these things, said Democratic Representative Anthony Weiner of New York. I wonder if he's kin to John Weiner. Stu Gotts.
How many can there be?
In a letter, Weiner urged Bush to ask... Oh, there's a lot of Wieners out there. In a letter, Weiner asked Bush to ask donors to redirect their inaugural contributions to equipment for troops in Iraq, some of whom have complained of having to scrounge for scrap metal to protect their vehicles. Precedent suggests that inaugural festivities should be muted, if not canceled in wartime, Weiner wrote to Bush, saying that the money could be paid for 690 Humvees and a $290 bonus for each soldier serving in Iraq. Weiner cited the example of President Roosevelt, who celebrated his trimmed-down 1945 inaugural with cold chicken salad and pound cake. Bush said he rejected such criticism. It's important that we celebrate a peaceful transfer of power. You can be equally concerned about our troops in Iraq and those who suffered at the tsunamis with celebrating democracy, Bush said in a pile of crap released to CBS on Monday. A great rationalization.
Power?
We have to have his coronation, baby. Not inauguration, a coronation. For the king and the queen.
Gay.
Yeah. Jeff Garcia, all of those. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless lines. Our poll today, the worst sportscaster of all time. And where did that come from? They get so sidetracked. See, we got the other poll that's got all the names on it. This is what frustrates them now. The Hot Babe poll has got 8 million names on it. We don't need any more names because even if they gave it, we're not going to put them on there anyway. And that's it. So now they have to start their own with the name giving because that's the limit of most of these people's capacity when they make a call. Am I right?
Yeah, well.
A name or 2 names for a list. And that's it. That's another reason why South Florida is such a cesspool. WQAM, hello.
I haven't been listening all day, but I had a couple questions.
Yes.
First, that Homer Simpson saying Bahrain. What is he saying? What is that?
Homer Simpson saying.
That, you know that little drop you guys play? Bahrain or something.
Oh, I know what he's talking about. What does that one say?
Flaming.
No, you're talking about
flaming.
That one?
Okay, finally
Flaming, like Jeff Garcia, flaming, man.
Yeah. And obviously Mo Howard David's on that poll, right?
On the poll for what?
The worst sportscaster.
We're not taking a poll for worst sportscaster. You think Mo Howard David is the worst? Think. Yeah, we didn't think we were, but I guess we are. Like I said, we'll put him down. Thanks, Pally. Yeah, Mo Howard David worst. Yeah, we're taking a poll for the worst sportscaster. We have no idea where this poll came from. It just like appeared like, yeah, look at that. There's a poll. Grab it.
Yeah, pulled it out of your pocket.
WQAM, hello. Yeah, it's a pocket poll.
Neil.
QAM.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
If I hear George W. talk about freedom, democracy, I swear I'm just going to drive off the freaking bridge.
Yeah, well, you better get ready, man.
But, you know, it just drives me nuts. Remember we
Freedom's on a march.
We overthrew the Chavez for one day, and he was freely elected by the people. And George W. said, well, it doesn't matter what the people in Colombia or Venezuela believe.
Yeah.
We have our right or whatever. And he got a lot of flack for that. So what's this crap about freedom and democracy? It just makes me sick.
Well, the American public make me sick because they believe it, and the media continue. How come the media didn't step in right away and say, hey, well, wait a minute, where did this come from? Barbara Boxer just got through giving a whole lecture to Condoleezza there at the hearings there and ripped her an ass, and thank God for Barbara Boxer, man. She's my favorite boxer. Amen. Is there any doubt about that?
None at all.
Next to Mike Tyson. 567, although he does make a hell of a chicken. Pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular Wireless lines. WQAM, hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm trying to get in touch with Neil.
Speaking.
Oh, Neil?
Yep.
A couple of days, should I change the subject for a minute?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah. A couple of days ago, you brought up about Sonny in The Godfather.
Right.
Right. And you said there was a shooting on the 79th Street Causeway?
The 79th Street Causeway?
79th Street Causeway.
Yeah.
Right. Was that the one at the Place for Steak Harbor Lounge?
Wow.
Yeah. I don't care how many Dago, Guinea, greaseball goombas come out of the woodwork.
They shot Sonny on the causeway. He's dead. I wonder who was doing the play-by-play in that game. I never thought, was it Red Barber? Remember the toll taker was listening to a baseball game on the radio in the toll booth?
My brain filters all that out.
Yeah. Well, what do you mean your brain filters all over? You wouldn't recognize it anyway. You wouldn't know Red Barber from the barber up in the corner barber shop over there by the sub center. That barber shop.
That one there?
Bob in Coral Springs says the number of broadcast outlets and the number of sports teams has watered down the quality of sports announcers, disc jockeys, etc. Excellent point. When I was a kid in 1952, he was born. One network station broadcast the NFL. New York only had the Yankees and Mets in baseball, only Rangers and Knicks. So the talent spots were limited, and only the best had a shot. Today, the proliferation of cable, network, AM, FM, and all the teams has undermined the quality of the broadcasters and the playing talent. Bob, that's one of the great faxes I've ever received in my life, and you are
absolutely
correct, sir. Right. When in doubt, water it down, man. That's what they've done. That's why the quality, you got some of these little girls teams playing now. These silly-ass little girls teams, like the Vikings. What the hell were they doing in the playoffs anyway? I mean, you talk about bad coaching. I mean, what kind of good coaching is it when you practice a trick play all week long, and then you play in the game and you got too many men on the field? That's good. That's good coaching, ain't it?
Kind of humorous, though.
I thought it was pathetic. Well, you wanted to see the Eagles win?
No.
The Eagles are going to fold up like an accordion. You're going to see the real Eagles this weekend. Atlanta's going to kick their ass, man. Take it to the bank. And I'm hoping. I mean, I'm not going to, talk real big and loud. Just like the thing. Did I tell you I was real nervous about the Colts? And that's because you had me all concerned, man. You were buying the hype. You were buying it and you were selling it. You were buying it and you were peddling it, man. You had me peeing in my pants. And even at halftime, when it was 6-3, I'm thinking, uh-oh, who the hell knows what evil lurks. But you could see, man. Once it got to be 13-3, game over. This wasn't one of those deals where it got to be the last 4 or 5 minutes and the Patriots clinging desperately, hanging out of the lead. You know, remember I told you about that problem? Yes. Like they had the Dolphin game? It ain't over till it's over. Well, this time it was over. Thank God. And a Steeler game, who the hell knows? I just think Patriots are going to be in the Super Bowl again. It's just my personal feeling. And the majority of the people on the Sports Illustrated said so too. So let's just forget the game Sunday and go to the Super Bowl. What do you say? Huh? Because some guys might get hurt, stuff like that. Let's just bypass these NFL, NFC, and AFC championship games and go right to the Super Bowl. Sounds good. The main man, Anthony Caliendo at Acceptance Capital Mortgage, says it's time for New Year's resolutions. Like most Americans, pay off your credit cards, lower your debt, cut your mortgage payments, pull out cash, investing in real estate. They are at the top of a lot of people's list. South Florida is one of the hottest real estate markets in the U.S., so why keep so much equity in your house or pay high interest rates? The main man's New Year's resolution is to give back to the community, and this year they've partnered with Kids in Distress. With a track record of 25 years of helping over 5,000 abused and neglected children each year, Acceptance Capital is donating a portion of all commissions on every closed loan to this great cause. With 6 kids of his own, the main man knows how important being a parent is, so forget about calling anybody else. Call the main man, Anthony Caliendo. Call him toll-free. There's no obligation. 1-888-483-LOAN. Or you can go online, themainman.com, and fill your application out right online. Call him today, 1-888-483-LOAN.
You're listening to Neil Rogers exclusively on 560 QAM.
As dirt.
No. This is Rush Limbaugh, servant of humanity, talk show host, hemorrhoid sufferer. Folks, at over 300 pounds, I know the agony of this kind of dilemma. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you there's help. With new Preparation Rush and my Rush to Excellence suppositories. Now you can end the pain and itching of hemorrhoidal tissue. Just look for my picture on the box of suppositories and the applicator tube. Another fine product from OIB, the Obesity in Broadcasting Network.
143 at 5. I'll tell you what happened with this thing, okay, and that is that I was challenging Josh to give me the name of any sport, a sportscaster who came along the last 20 years and was really outstanding and would be like legendary for all time. And he couldn't do it, and the audience couldn't do it either, so it transferred from that into 2 other things. Just naming some legendary sportscaster from 100 years ago, like Chris Schenkel or Marty Brenneman or Chick Hearn or Who Do You Hate? That's where we've gone, We've been led astray, don't you think?
Yes.
We've been led down the garden path. I mean, not that we care, because it's killed some fantastic time.
Sure, easily.
5670560, pound 560 on a Verizon or singular wireless line. Our not even a poll today. Just our task for you when you call in. Just name some sports guy. That's all. Just name a sports guy. Can be like a broadcaster, water boy. Can be. Although we know who that'll be. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you know that guy you had on a few calls ago talking about Causeway Hidsmith?
Yeah.
I think he was on to something. Back in the 70s, at Place for Steak, there was a guy, Stanley Harris, gunned down.
Yeah. What about the Forge?
Yeah, the Forge, too, yeah.
Right.
Gambino hit the place, man.
Right. Didn't Meyer Lansky's son get shot there? Or somebody in the Lansky family?
That I'm not sure of, but I know there were a couple guys, they weren't made guys, that were outside the Gambino family. They paid heavily.
Yeah.
Right? 69, 70, 71. The cost of war.
From Lidster. Reigns couldn't control. Messier tried to get it. Lidster sends it in. Lume got a piece. Reigns with a good hit on the board. Craven's got the puck. Tipped out by Adams.
Now, who does that sound like?
Josh. You, Josh.
I don't know. Who does it sound like?
Avoids foray. The both went down. The puck along the board. Kept in by Hennigan.
There's a little clue for you, okay? You don't think he sounds like Mo, Sam Rosen?
Play it again?
Tipped clear by Anderson. 9.5 minutes to go in the second. Rangers leading 2-1.
No, not really. That's get out of here. He's got that same New York Jewish affectation, okay? I think Sam Rosen, although Mo doesn't have the nose that Sam's got a schnoz like from here to Montana. Humongous beak. Good guy, though. Anyway, 5670560. We're talking about sportscasters and controversial shows from the past. With your close personal friend. I probably shouldn't say that, you know. I think we've gotten through the whole day without... Oh, God. Maybe he's on vacation or something. Maybe he went with Stevie Tyler on permanent vacation. We can only hope. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
I went to Jeffgore. I got so homesick. Boricua Smurfette.
WQAM, hello. QAM, hello. Wow, these are good. QAM, hello.
Neil, you've got the best one.
Yeah.
Joseph.
Yeah, okay. WQAM, hello.
Yes, that's not me that happened the other day. What you call that? An engine killer?
WQAM, hello. I think it's a little too soon for tsunami jokes, don't you?
No, I think it's just right.
Oh. WQAM, hello.
Jimmy or Danny?
Jimmy or Danny are both good, yeah. WQAM, hello.
Yes. Neil.
Yes, sir.
Jim Nance. I don't know if you ever watch the beginning of the Masters every year when they have him do this 5 to 10 minute lengthy, just boring diatribe.
No, I would never watch golf, man. I would rather be dead.
Jim Nance does this terrible 5 to 10. He talks about the flowers and the fairways.
Really?
Oh, it's
I bet you Jeff Garcia would like hearing about that.
Well, maybe. It is kind of that way. But
Say, yeah. Now, let me ask you. You say Jim Nance, which I know who Jim Nance is, of course, because he does all these Patriot games. But remember the running back for the old Boston Patriots, big black running back, Jim Nance?
Yes.
Isn't that interesting?
But this is a younger Jim Nance. Bye-bye.
Exactly. See, younger and lighter complected. There you go. 567. I bet you don't remember the old Jim Nance, do you, Josh? The Boston Patriots?
No, sorry.
Gino Capoletti?
No.
Anna Maria Al Spaghetti? WQAM, hello.
Hi,
Steve
Neil.
Grogan? Yes, sir.
Gary Thorne, ESPN.
Gary Thorne what? Just a guy? He's a sports guy, yeah?
Yeah, he's great, isn't he?
He's good.
All right, that's it. That's my contribution.
Not great. I think we got a new format. Let's hear it.
Stuff.
Just start. Just call up and say names, okay? Just names. Martha Ray, you know?
Orville Redenbacher.
Right, not bad.
Come on, Josh, name somebody.
Yeah, just a name of somebody.
Ron Jaworski.
Marge Simpson.
It doesn't have to be a real person?
No, just somebody.
Jesus
just
Christ.
Just a name. There's another one. That could be a real person, maybe not. Who the hell knows? WQAM, hello.
Yeah, when's Depot starting?
When's Depot? Next Monday on another station, pal. 7 to 10. Get over there real fast. Warm up your radio. WQAM, hello.
Yes, I want to talk to Neil.
Speaking.
Oh, Neil. I'm sorry. I didn't think I'd get on that fast.
You're on right now. Well, it's one of those things, potluck.
What about the ESPN crew on Sunday night, Mike Patrick?
Weak. Very weak. You think Mike Patrick's good?
He adds some excitement to the game, at least. He's not boring.
Now, let's see. Theismann is on there, and who else is on? Is it Deerdorf or is it Paul McGuire on that?
McGuire.
Paul McGuire?
At least there's some banter between them.
Yeah.
And
I don't think that's a really bad telecast. They get a lot of raps. I think it's okay, especially as compared to a lot of the others.
I just like it better than Monday night.
But Mike Patrick, Monday night used to be good, but the two of them now, Michaels and Madden, have become so legendary in their own minds that now it's basically more about them than it is the game. And as soon as it starts getting that, I can live without them, you know?
Okay.
I tune in for the game, not for the announcers.
All right. Take care, Mike.
See ya. Take care, Mike. Now, listen, back in the Harry Carey days, I would tune in for the announcers, but it takes somebody really extraordinary, somebody really spectacular to get you tuned in for the game. You know, like a Mike Lang or a Bob Prince. Somebody who's like legendary, see? Or a Fred Cusick or a Joe Bowen. That's somebody legendary, man. That's a great sportscaster. Of course, I know that thousands of people tune into the Marlin games right on the station for Dave Van Boring. Now, let me tell you right now, okay, if you want to do anything positive for your franchise, for your Marlins, Josh, you should, put the word out right now. Get the booster on there as the main man. We got Anthony Caliendo as the main man on that other deal on the loans. We ought to get the main man, the booster, on those games, right? In fact, let's get him on the TV broadcast now that Len Casper's going to Chicago, right?
Right.
So you won't have any conflict with your partner, your sidekick there, right?
That would be great for him.
Wouldn't that be nice to have Boog on TV? Because Boog may be one of the greats one day, but he'll never get an opportunity unless he gets a full-time gig and gets to be the main man, not some backup there to a guy that's in a coma. Get him on the TV, the booster. Of course, you'd have to do something about that orange hair if we put him on TV, though. What do you think?
Diet.
Oh, well, if it's good enough for David Caruso, it's good enough for the booster. No, I think he was already on a diet. Oh, you mean diet of hair? I see.
I'm dying over here.
151 at 560. I don't have any idea what this show is about all today, and I'm really enjoying it a lot.
Yeah, it's been like a blur.
It has. Of course, that's because the pool, you can't build our pool because we got it built for you, man, just like the pyramids. We didn't have to work on that because the Egyptians already beat us to it. They built it. Built and they will come. Carmela de Caesar, de Cesare, 195 votes, the hottest babe from our beaded curtain of all time. Angelina Jolie's in second, 29. Halle Berry, 28. Anna Cornaholia, 25. Carmen Electra, 24. Alyssa Milano, 22. Charlize Theron, 21. Elle McPherson, 15. Sofia Vergara, 11. Barbie Benton, 11. Tanya Harding, oh my God, has got 10. And Sophia Loren, 10. Everybody else single digit. How could Tanya Harding have 10 votes?
Hey.
Hey what?
Hey nothing.
Oh, my God. That's enough to make me want to just give up, you know? Just throw my hands up in the air and give up.
That's
kind of like Joyce makes us feel, like we want to give up. 152 at 560 WQAM. I'll tell you one thing, don't give up on your feet because your feet are one of the most important parts of your body. When they start giving out and you're like crushing around and you got your walker and your cane and then you're in a wheelchair, take good care of your tootsies. And one way to do that is make sure you get a perfect fit with your shoes every time. And the most unbeatable deal is always waiting for you at Brandy Shoes in Pompano Beach. Top quality names for men and women, the best in the business. You get a perfect fit because the people there who work at Brandy's make sure that every time, and they give you unbeatable prices too. What a combination. They got Rockports, Florsheim, SAS, Sperry, Timberland, Naturalizer, all the other top names in the shoe business. Brandy's is open daily 9 to 9, Monday through Saturday, and Sundays 10 to 5. And Brandy's is still going strong in that same great location. They've been going for years and years. 1290 North Federal Highway in Pompano Beach. And this week is especially a great time to buy Rockport shoes at Brandy's because this week take 20% off on all great men's and women's Rockport styles. So be sure to get your ass into Brandy's this week or do your shopping on the web at brandysshoes.com.
You're listening to Neil Rogers exclusively on 560.
Holy Mackinac! This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs, and you're listening to the Hockey Authority, Neil God.
Rectum.
Absolutely.
Increíble.
Boy. 156 at 560 WQM. I guess since we don't have any new lineup, we haven't had any faxes or any like instant memos or call this one during the break. None of that. So I'm assuming it's like Mad Dog 2 to 4 and Mo Howard David at 4 to 7. Is that correct?
I would assume.
Yeah. You see, what this boils down to today, and it could have been any topic, not just sportscasters, like sitcoms, TV news people. You see what I'm saying? Now, take a look now that Rather is being forced into early retirement on CBS. Look at that array of grotesque names I had yesterday in that story about who they're going to replace him with. I mean, when Katie Couric is starting to sound fairly attractive compared to the others, what does that tell you? As opposed to like a Chet Huntley or a David Brinkley or Walter Cronkite or any of these other people, right?
We all might as well be dead.
No, but seriously, the mediocrity is where America's at. Let's face it. Mediocrity is the name of the game. Mediocre. In addition to which, do you know what gets higher ratings in the U.S. than hockey when they're playing hockey, which they're not now, of course, is that celebrity poker thing they do, those poker tournaments?
That's huge.
Yeah.
Big. Now, let me ask you this. Why would you want to sit around watching somebody else play cards?
I don't want to watch other people play games of any
right,
sort.
But I mean, playing cards? Even watching golf would be scintillating compared to that. That would be like Celebrity Monopoly, Celebrity Parcheesi.
Coming soon.
It's all the same to me.
Celebrity Checkers on Fox. Huh?
They have Celebrity Poker now, I think, don't they?
Yeah, that's what I just said.
If they had women like we have on our
big ratings, man. People are watching that.
Wrestling?
Holy crap, man. Talk about desperate. So just generally the level of everything. Court politicians. Look what we got now, man. Top had Roosevelt. Look what we got. Roosevelt invented Social Security. This guy's trying to destroy it. So it's just one of them things. You know, it's not just okay. You don't have to be ancient to understand what I'm talking about. Even a like middling kind of guy like George, he knows what I'm talking about.
What?
Back in the day, like those theme songs. Mm-hmm. How many of those TV themes we played a couple of days ago? How many of those were from current shows?
Not a lot.
How many current shows in the last, say, 10 years on TV have got memorable themes that'll be remembered for all time? You know, you got like Friends. Okay, it's not a good one, but at least people remember it, right?
Right.
But how many? Couple? Wow. Mediocre, baby. That's where we're going. That's bad. The celebration of mediocrity. It's like you watch a baseball game, and the guy grounds into a double play, and the runner from second goes to third, and the guy goes back there, and they're fisting. They're doing a fisting routine, man. For what? What's the celebration, huh? The guy just killed the inning. You see what I'm saying?
What are you saying?
It's crap. It's pure unadulterated crap. Can I say crap?
No.
I'll say it again. It's crap. C-R-A-P. Crapola is the name of the game. Strive for excellence, all you punks out there, not for mediocrity. As mediocre, what was that song? As nasty, as dirty as they want to be? That Luther Campbell thing?
That was the name of the album. I don't know that much about Luther.
Right, and now it's like as mediocre as they want to be. That's where it's at. Pretty sad. Anyway, that's going to do it. Our poll result today was Johnny Most had 82 and Mo had 14.
Bye.